College Prep. Coming up next.
The IHSA Football State Championships are brought to you in part by Country Financial. Worry less and feel more confident with insurance designed to meet your specific needs. Visit countryfinancial.com to experience more today.
Coughing and throat feeling sore? We've got medication to get you out the door. Earache, pink eye, bug bite, or rash? Our wonderful staff will treat you in a flash.
What about sprains, strains, and minor fractures too?
Don't worry. Our x-rays reveal what's hidden from view. Need care after 9, 10, or 11? Our virtual care's got you 24/7. OSF on-call urgent care, in person or virtual. We're always there.
Every year, the Whiffles family celebrates the season the best way they know how. And every year, they add a little something new. After all this time, you'd think all that extra work put into every last detail would get old. Well, think again. Whiffles Hybrids. Season's greetings from our U.S. farm family to yours.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
We're going to need more fuel. A renewable way to get that fuel instead of relying on foreign countries for petroleum, we can just grow our own fuel. Our fields are literally full of energy.
It's a pair of 10-3 teams that take the field here for your Class 4A state championship. Happy you're with us, Dave Bernhardt, Mark Lindo. And I think the thing that adds a little bit to the intrigue, Mark, is if you look at the final state rankings, in 4A, Mount Zion was ranked 16th. DePaul was ranked in 3A all year, and they were ranked 8th. So it's still hard to get kind of a gauge.
So two teams that quote unquote wouldn't supposed to be here, but they are because they are both battle tested right now and playing their finest ball down the stretch.
It's a different looking 4A state championship game than we have been used to. Of course, Rochester, 9-time champion, is not here. Got knocked out in the first round. IC Catholic Prep did not make the playoffs this year. Richmond Burton's been here. It's a whole new ball game. Mount Zion won the toss. They elected to defer to the second half. They will kick off. Braden Peavy along with Nicholas Hathcote deep for the Rams. So after 3 games are in the book today, this game starting about 15 minutes beyond its scheduled kickoff time, but we will start it with Gabe Shoemaker putting the foot to the ball, and our 4A game is underway. This carries well down to the 2-yard line. Little move at the 15, and Mount Zion will keep Gordon Tech. I knew I was going to say that one time. Right. DePaul College Prep underneath the 20-yard line. Let's go down to our third member of our announcing team. That's Casey Standehart.
Well, Dave and Mark, we're used to talking about DePaul College Prep in the month of March when they make it to the state championship game in basketball. But this football team is here for the first time since 1980. Both Mount Zion and DePaul College Prep have 3 losses on the season, and they're undefeated in November. Last season, the Rams only won 4 games. So we asked head coach Mike Passarella what changed. How do you turn a 4-win season into a 10-win season? He told me his seniors took the offseason work more seriously. They worked to build special bonds and correct the past culture. The Rams now have a renewed sense of ownership and accountability that Passarella tells us we'll see transfer on the field tonight.
All right, thank you, Casey. A 4-yard pickup on first down as the Rams stayed on the ground. Nicholas Hathcote Quarterback Juju Rodriguez. Rodriguez through the air quickly. He's going to launch it deep. Floating out there and knocked away. Excellent defense that time. Number 4 on the coverage was Brody Lippa for Mount Zion. Intended receiver was Braden Peavy.
Lippa had a couple big plays in their semifinal play, and free safety comes over late. It starts to impede that double coverage as they were looking for the long ball, trying to stretch the defense early on of Mount Zion.
Yeah, that was Lippa that came over a little bit later on the coverage. It was Braden Trimble. He was right on Peavy. That will be a great matchup to watch as this game moves on.
2 Division I athletes.
3rd down and 6. On the ground to Nick Martinez. Martinez, the stop short of the first down. Nick Martinez checks into this game, averaging 5.8 yards per carry and almost 1,200 yards rushing.
Great job tackle in space on 3rd down conversion. Stop them short. Mount Zion makes a statement defensively with a 3 and out. DePaul takes 1 shot downfield. I like that part of their offense. Testing the defense early on. Double coverage for Mount Zion. Went 3rd and long, and DePaul gets the stop. Mount Zion stops DePaul.
Brady Pilcher is the punter. Braden Trimble is deep, and this is a short kick. It will go out of bounds, and this ball will come to Mount Zion in DePaul territory. Mount Zion's offense will take the field. Let's take a look at their starters, and their starting lineup tonight is presented by OSF. And here you've got some star power. We talked about Trimble, Jacob Harvey. Keep an eye on him. J.C. Anderson, one of the top recruits in the country. Keller Stocks, the junior quarterback. Then on the offensive line, strong up front. They've done the job. They've protected Stocks and open holes for the running backs.
So watch 11 at the top of your screen. He's a U of I recruit. J.C. Anderson, 18, the tight end. They'll flex him out. He is one of the top tight ends in the entire country, not just the state of Illinois.
Stocks to keep it. Stocks will push forward for a gain of about 4. DePaul Prep will look this way in the defensive side. Your starting lineups presented by OSF. Hunter Watola in the middle of that line along with Jack Rich. Luke Flom is a good one as well. And the linebackers, Johnny Junta. Keep an eye on him, one of the top tacklers on this team. A secondary that may be tested. Charlie Pribble gets the job done back there. That will go off the hands of Jacob Harvey.
A little sprint out pass. Stocks a little bit too stoked on that pass. Delivered it maybe a little bit too quickly. But he can deliver the football. He's got 32 touchdown passes against just 10 interceptions, thrown for 2,853 yards as the junior quarterback.
He needs 7 yards for a first down. He needs to get right to the 35-yard line.
He's got 2 All-Staters to his right. That's a nice situation to have.
And the offensive line, along with Stocks, just picked up 5 yards on an encroachment penalty on Gordon Tech. So Mount Zion, well, first of all, we'll take a look here at DePaul College Prep. We'll tell you that 1 week ago, less than a week ago,
the defense, number 44, 5 yards, still 3rd down.
Our official, the referee, Ed Baez, you just heard him, Tim King, Ben Castelny, Matt Sands, and Matt Faring. Get to my point about Mount Zion in just a bit. See if they can pick up a first down now at 3rd and 7. It's become a 3rd and 2. On the ground, Trimble will get it. He has that first down. He gets to the 32-yard line. 1 week ago, actually 6 days ago on Saturday, Mark, you and I were doing a game here, University High School, U-High, taking on Mount Zion right on this field at exactly this time of night. So even though it may be the first appearance ever in the state finals for Mount Zion, this environment is very familiar to them. along with their head coach, Patrick Etherton.
And a definite advantage for them going to this game, having just been here those 6 days ago. Patrick Etherton cut his teeth basically as a college coach, a head coach at Millikan for a while. And he brought with him his defense coordinator, Dan Topempa, but 5 years as head coach he was at Military, 16 years in college overall before settling down and making his mark here at Mount Zion, where he's 64-26, creating his first final here tonight.
And again, you will see a spread formation most of the night here for the Braves. Trimble comes behind Stocks. The flag goes down. They give us to Harvey. Harvey down that left sideline. He scoots, but the angle we were looking at looked as if maybe Braden Trimble turned upfield just a bit early. So an illegal shift will bring this one back. Color Stocks, leading rusher coming into this game, 623 yards. Also, of course, the leading passer, 28.53, averages 220 yards passing a game.
Mount Zion averages about 29 points per game. They've been very efficient. They're going to try to find some ways to get the ball to J.C. Anderson, 6'7", 235. See a little bit of illegal motion right there, and they called it easily right away.
First and 15. Direct snap goes to Trimble. Trimble is tripped up. Good penetration that time for DePaul on the stop. The ankle tackle was Charlie Pribble.
So you watch number 11 at White, Trimble, our feature player on the open. They will line him up as a running back. He is a wide receiver. They'll put him at quarterback. In a Wildcat situation, he plays at the defensive backside. He punts the football. He intercepts the football. He blocked the field goal. He does it all.
Stocks the fake handoff to Harvey. This one floats out there. Contact. And a flag goes down. Which way is it going to go? There were three players around there. Trimble may have pushed off there at about the 5-yard line. He's awaiting the adjudication of that flag.
Stocks put that ball up in the air thinking, okay, I got the big fella, Trimble. I'm just going to throw him up, let him high point the ball at 6'1". But Trimble's the one that forced that contact and probably negated an interception. To be perfectly honest about that play, he probably stopped an interception attempt by DePaul College Prep. See, he's the only guy in the pattern is Trimble in a double coverage. And Trimble basically just put a hit.
Yeah, he was not so much worried about catching that ball as making sure it wasn't going to go the other way. On the coverage, number 6 was Avery Bellis.
Yeah, Bellis had the best chance to catch that football.
So a couple of penalties here. And back this one up to midfield. What was a second down and manageable now becomes 2nd and 28.
So what happened here is Mount Zion gets a 3 and out. DePaul has a short punt. Mount Zion's pretty juiced up with a short field to go with. And then they've had 2 consecutive penalties of the large variety. It's put them deeply behind the sticks. 2nd down and 28 to go.
Luke Miller, number 51, settles over the ball. Motion again from Harvey. Harvey gets it right in the teeth of that defense. That is a defense for DePaul that has given up 19 points per game, 250 yards of offense per game. 3 losses on the season. 2 of them came in the last 2 games of the regular season. Driving a game to St. Francis of Bennett Academy, lost to Loyola earlier on this season in the midseason. That was 35-7. We will see Loyola Academy playing in the 8A championship game. The Ramblers bidding for their 3rd straight state title. 3rd down and 26 after a pickup of 2.
So if anything, you want to get 8 or 10 on this one if you can't move the chains. Get yourself down to the 40 where you have a chance to punt the ball and pin them deep in their own territory.
Quick little screen to Trimble. You get the ball in his hands. He'll get to the 42-yard line. That will be 4th down and long. And the punter is, I don't know how many times we can say his name tonight. That will be Braden Trimble. Averages 38 yards per punt. But boy, what a punt. He had a crucial punt in the semifinal game late.
53-yarder he nailed against University High late in that football game when U High was trying to play a little catch-up. Of course, later on, he sealed the deal with an interception in the end zone on U High's last gasp.
Nicholas Hathcote is deep to receive this punt. Trimble gets it away. It's a low end-over-end kick. Hathcote will come up and get it. Now he's got some room to the outside. Hathcote across the 30. He'll be out near the 35-yard line. So each team has had the ball once here in this 4A championship ball game. They've had to punt it away each time. When we come back, the ball will have it at the 35.
Imagine going from the classroom to the big stage.
This territory, this place, our home, isn't just for learning, but for understanding the very power of what imagination actually means.
A place where you can go from player to coach, from the ground to the sky.
So close your eyes, envision the roar that is the spirit of thousands of Salukis. Capture this moment and go forward together.
All right, let's go. I'll strap for the kids, and you get something for the dog.
Sounds good. Let's do this.
Whether you're shopping for gifts or something for yourself,
Don't forget toys for the dog.
rush in for Black Friday deals at Menards that everyone will love. Because when they're gone, they're gone.
Save big money at Menards.
The IHSA Football State Championships are brought to you in part by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs. And by SIU Carbondale. Imagine the possibilities.
DePaul offense ready to take the field. Let's take a look at those starting lineups that are presented by OSF. Juju Rodriguez, we talked about him. Nick Martinez, he's the engine that makes them go. Keep an eye on receiver Matt Osterman. Braden Peavy headed to Central Michigan. And on the offensive line, we've got some men up front that can move the pile. On the defensive side, the lineup's brought to you by OSF for Mount Zion. It looks this way. They will go defensively with J.C. Anderson. He is a load on the outside, but don't sleep on Calvin Becker or in the middle, Tristan Wiry. Linebackers for the Braves. Caden Becker, Joey Jordan, Johnny Jordan. Yes, they definitely are related. They are twins. Braden Trimble, great linebacking core. In a secondary that really shut down Alec Weiland from U-High last week. Brody Lippa, Connor Fox leading the way. Jacob Harvey goes both ways for Mount Zion. Juju Rodriguez stands back at his 30-yard line. Pile moving forward as Martinez will get across the 40-yard line. He may have gotten about 5 yards before he was touched. Nick Martinez, 3-year starter.
Yeah, he's back. He missed the Bennett game the end of the year due to injury. He brings them a bunch of energy, a plethora of energy. He runs downhill. He'll play college football at probably a Division III level, but he is a legit athlete. You mentioned the fact that he gets them going. There's no doubt about that. Coming off a 93-yard, 2-touchdown game in the semifinals, their win against Coal City.
He'll get the call again. He has that first down and more. Across midfield, just when you think he stopped, he keeps on rolling. Keys of the game are brought to you by Southern Illinois University Carbondale. Imagine the possibility. Mark?
Well, a couple of keys for each team. Trimble touches. They want to give him the ball. 10 to 12 touches for Mount Zion. +1. They have to win the turnover battle by 1 for DePaul College Prep. Senior moments. Their team loaded with seniors. Can they finish the job? And then first down defense. They have to get Mount Zion behind the sticks on first down.
A little dancing in the backfield. Enough for Juju Rodriguez to get positive yardage. He's finally flung down there for number 25, Caden Becker.
Mike Passarella, his coach, told us if he were 6'1 or 6'2, he'd have Power 4 schools calling on him. Juju Rodriguez, he's a leader. Pretty amazing that he has full autonomy. He can change plays at the line of scrimmage. He calls out blocking schemes. He is that much of a cerebral quarterback, knowing what everybody else, where they're at on the field, and what their responsibilities are. He's a coach on the field for DePaul College Prep.
He stands in the pocket, flips it out to the right side, complete. He'll get it out to Jack West.
Jack West just a little out route. He was the guy that Rodriguez had his eyes on the whole time. A little bit of cushion, knew where he was at the boundary. Solid hands gathering that ball in these conditions.
DePaul averaging 31 points per game. They've been very consistent, hanging around that number all season long, held to a season low of 7 by Loyola.
They're about 55% pass, 45% run as far as the balance they try to create.
Need 1 yard. Rodriguez will get that and a little extra as he gets inside the 35. Juju Rodriguez doesn't rush often, 85 times. And he, as you said, Mark, makes those great decisions.
Well, that time, sometime you want to be late rather than early. He was very, very patient at that time, making his hole, letting it develop, and then just kind of feeling his way through that seam to pick up the first down. Patience was a virtue.
Rodriguez will flip it out to the near side, just a little bit high. And I believe that was a forward pass. It was. The intended receiver was Braden Peavy. Braden Peavy thought he was going to be a basketball player. His dad was a baseball player in college. His mom was volleyball. So Braden thinks, I'm going to play basketball. And he realized, maybe not. That's not the sport. So he went all in on football, and it's worked out very well. Headed to Central Michigan.
Yeah, his dad, the athletic director at DePaul University. So I don't know if the Blue Demons are in action tonight, but I guarantee you Dad's here.
Special guests here as well. Welcome to Hancock Stadium.
Not quite yet, but she's here early.
Rodriguez able to stand, a little flip. This fires over the middle. A little flick of a wrist.
On to Justin Sterner, the wide receiver at 6'2", over the middle, and he just didn't drive that ball down. Juju Rodriguez let this ball float. Watch him, he's got his eyes there. He's open, but just too tall. And again, he didn't step through that football, plant the back leg, drive it through the front leg. That's why that ball sailed on him. That's a pass he normally is able to efficiently finish.
3rd down and 10. Paul's had the ball coming up on 3 minutes. Juju to the air, to the ground. Did he get it away in time over the middle? Dangerous pass. Boy, oh boy. You don't often see that. The quarterback headed out of bounds, flipping it in the middle of the field. There was wide open spaces. If there had been a white jersey under that one. Now 4th down. A decision here from Mike Passarella with the ball sitting at the 32.
Watch him extend this play with his feet, Rodriguez. He's got his eyes downfield. Good job there. Right there, he probably should have just run it out of bounds. He put that ball up for grabs. Not a good decision. Sometimes you want to live to make the next play.
Rodriguez, 1 of 5 in the air. This is a passing situation here on 4th and 10. Eyes up, looking down the field, has his man. It is Peavy, and that should be enough for the first down. He found those sticks. He's a couple of yards past them. 4th down conversion will move those chains.
A great slide protection on the rollout to the left. Throwing against his body was Rodriguez. And Peavy, you will not find a more efficient route runner. There's a blocking out front, slide protection on the inside. Peavy plants, knows where he's at, gets the foot down, and he's ready to rock and roll for a first down.
And actually, that was Matt Osterman on the catch. Osterman, 6 foot, 170-pound junior. 10th play of the drive coming up. Martinez gets a nice move at the line as he gets inside the 15. So I will give credit to Osterman on that 4th down reception on 4th and 10.
And he's the one with a good footwork pattern. Anytime you got 1-2 receptions like that, you got something special. Osterman now with 41 catches on the season and counting.
A basketball player, part of that Paul College Prep program that's won back-to-back state basketball titles in 2A and 3A. Second down, Martinez. Wrapped up and brought down. On the stop, number 22 is Johnny Jordan. Are the Jordan twin linebackers.
Jordan with 100 tackles on the year now at 5'9", 200. He does indeed scrape well to the football. Yes, they're identical twins, and they are in competition with each other quite often on who's going to have a better football game. Brotherly love.
3rd and short. Martinez pushes forward. The line surges forward. That should be enough. But a flag down late. That pile continued to just kind of roll forward.
DePaul went double tight end, 1 wide, 11 personnel, 1 back, and just played power football. Won that battle, at least for now, pending this call in the trenches.
Here's our call on that penalty flag. Just a sideline warning, which will go against DePaul.
Assisting the runner. Offense number 14.
Oh, assisting the runner.
5-yard penalty. Third down.
So a 5-yard penalty, okay.
Didn't see it. Such a tough call to make as the hands get extended, because obviously everyone's assisting the runner, meaning look at the push, look at the push, look at the push.
Yeah,
and then you see a little bit of late hands come out for DePaul. That would be Michael Casper, who probably extended those hands instead of his body to enable the forward momentum of Martinez.
And now at 3rd and 4.
Outside showing blitz.
Protection holds up, though. Rodriguez sees an opening, looking to squirt through. He'll have it. Great awareness from the 3-year starter, the senior, the All-Stater, Juju Rodriguez.
Well, he waited and waited, and then he saw a little bit of opening, knew where the stick was at, and then took off. Really good feet, good decision. Picked up a block at about, the 4 or 5 yard line. Look at him survey the field right there. Then he decides to take off. And what a nice block it was downfield by Jack West, his wide receiver, who became a blocker rather than receiver after that route run broke down.
This is the 13th play of this drive for the Rams. Martinez gets the call inside the 5.
Martinez on the carry.
They're just pounding right now at the line of scrimmage. Is DePaul College Prep continuing to probe Luke Miller, Bo Butts, Nick Shearer, maybe the best of them on the inside. Alexander Kim. Watch Dominic Blitz at the center position. He's the guy that runs their offense from the center position.
Coming up on a 5-minute drive. Rodriguez makes the cut. He'll go in easily. Nick Martinez puts DePaul College Prep on top with a 4-yard touchdown run with 1:42 to play in the first.
And that was one at the line of scrimmage. Bitts at center. He had a good seal block. Beretta at right guard. Rios at right tackle. And then it was just nothing but end zone to get to. Really nice run, execution, a final drive. Watch the blocking up front. White shirts getting pushed back all over. Easy end zone opportunity for Nick Martinez as he gets there for the 13th time this year.
Emmett McHugh for the extra point. 45 of 52 on the season for McHugh. And he'll make it a 7-0 game. So the long drive of 14 plays results in 7. Buck 42 will be back after this.
Coughing and throat feeling sore? We've got medication to get you out the door. Earache, pink eye, bug bite, or rash? Our wonderful staff will treat you in a flash.
What about sprains, strains, and minor fractures too?
Don't worry. Our x-rays reveal what's hidden from view. Need care after 9, 10, or 11? Our virtual care's got you 24/7. OSF on-call urgent care. In person or virtual. We're always there.
We're going to need more fuel. A renewable way to get that fuel instead of relying on foreign countries for petroleum. We can just grow our own fuel. Our fields are literally full of energy.
yards from Wilson Sporting Goods.
A 14-play drive, 5 minutes and 8 seconds, 9 runs, 5 passes, culminated by Nick Martinez' 4-yard touchdown run. This is what the drive looked like.
A little out pattern right there to get things going. Juju Rodriguez on fire. Nice catch and passing catch there to Osterman. The roll out there, and then he decides nobody's there. Gets a nice block, gets out of bounds, moves the sticks, and then it is Martinez to pay dirt, following the right side of his line. The big fella's going to celebrate with him as DePaul College Prep scores first. 14 plays, 65 yards. Martinez with that official 4-yard touchdown run. And DePaul College Prep, I think the balance and their ability to utilize different personnel groups, their ability to get the ball into different people's hands was the key on that drive.
DePaul, maybe the surprise team here in the state finals. You know, a lot of folks just didn't, think much of DePaul coming into the season. Quite frankly, have not had much success. Last year, Rams did not qualify for the state playoffs, and it really stuck in their craw because they went into the last week of the season with a 4-4 record. They're going to be playing De La Salle, a team that they really felt they should beat. De La Salle, by the way, dropped their football program early in the season, but lost to the Meteors, and that knocked DePaul out of the playoffs. And they've kind of used that as a little sticking point. This is the first winning season for DePaul since 2015. In fact, I want to extend it back prior to this year. Only had 4 winning seasons since 1992. So you talk about a surprise team here. Yeah, that's the Rams for DePaul College Prep. High kickoff. Fair catch called. Let's take a look at how these teams got here. The road to normal is brought to you by Illinois State Police. Integrity, service, and pride. So how did they get here? Mount Zion, not a very long journey. And it's the same route they took a week ago, straight north to Bloomington Normal and Hancock Stadium. Mount Zion just outside of Decatur. On the other side for DePaul College Prep, well, from Chicago. They have the longer journey. They make their way to Central Illinois.
Mount Zion had to bounce back. They had back-to-back losses to Mattoon and Muhammad Seymour earlier in the year. Then they played Charleston. They thought the second half of that game was a turning point of their season. Got them on a roll.
Stocks is sacked. You know, the loss to Mattoon was the one that was really puzzling this year because Mattoon came into that game, or ended up the season, we should say, with a 2-7 record. Mattoon defeated Mount Zion 35-20. That one, Muhammad Seymour, good ball club, knocked off the Braves 34-14 the week after that. And then, as you said, the turning point in the second half of week number 7.
How about Calvin Becker with that sack? Little brother, if you will, of Caden Becker. 5'11", 170 sophomore, gets the sack and gets Mount Zion behind the sticks.
And did DePaul jump that time? I do not believe they did. Oh, they did.
The defense, number 14.
So that's the second time that Paul's been victimized by the hard count, by the lineman coming up quickly, and let's see, head coach Mike Pastorelli says, let's go, let's go, let's go.
He took over the program 6 years ago. There was only 36 people in the entire program. He's built that to over 100 now.
There's some room to the outside. Banged out of bounds on the carry was Braden Trimble. Trimble, 6'2", 175-pound senior.
Matt Osterman comes up, gets the hit. There's nothing Trimble can't do. He was on the basketball team last year that brought home a trophy. He will not be this year. He's taking, 6 classes or 7 right now?
He's taking 7 classes.
7 classes in order to graduate early, and he will join the University of Illinois football team in January for their winter workouts.
Trimble, not only a basketball and football player, was second last year in the 400 meters. Academic All-Stater.
Yeah, I was going to say academic All-State, taking 7 classes right now.
Rough going in the middle of that line, and finally driven down on the stop. Aiden has stepped on Braden Trimble. Trimble really used effectively last week in the semifinals, the running back position.
Yeah, they love him as a running back. They love him as a wildcat. I like him as a wildcat runner because you have one extra blocker in front of him. But again, The idea is he has to touch the football at least 12 to 15 times offensively for them to be at their apex from an offensive standpoint.
Trimble back to punt. His first punt tonight went 27 yards. No wind to speak of. Now he's in a little bit of trouble. Finally kicks it. Now, did somebody get a hand on the ball? Or he went out of bounds okay before he kicked it. We were looking for contact. But DePaul will have great field position.
I think that ball might have been partially blocked and stayed in play. It was a high snap. Trimble took it, tried to run, and then rugby punted, if you will. Regardless of what transpired officially, great field position on special teams for Paul College Prep. Now there's the would-be kick. No, there was no block, but the ball did indeed stay in play. And the Paul College Prep was great. You see the high snap. Trimble tried to ad-lib, but couldn't get it done as far as turning the corner and punting on the run.
Keaton Murphy was closing hard on Trimble, but great field position with a 7-0 lead. With 2 seconds left in the first quarter.
They might take a shot here after a big play of special teams. See if they try to extend the field vertically. Boy, Lip is way back at safety.
He's inside the 10-yard line. Rodriguez has him creased. Now Rodriguez has to make just one move. Juju Rodriguez is in the end zone. Touchdown, 29-yard run.
Just a quarterback power. You just mentioned Lippman was playing back, 15 yards? He had the last chance to make a play. But Juju Rodriguez, just too much juju in those legs as he is pumped up. See the young man on the sideline. He made the play, but he's congratulating everybody else. An explosive play after a special teams play. There's a nice cutback against the grain. Planted his left foot, put the cleat in the ground. Lipa was playing deep, but couldn't make a play against Juju Rodriguez. As fine an athletic individual play as he can make.
Just like that. DePaul will put 6 on the board. They will not get 7. That kick is wide left. But Juju Rodriguez, as the first quarter comes to a close. A one-play drive after a problem with the punt. And there's your score at the end of one in your 4A championship game from Hancock Stadium in Normal.
You can't buck the deal on new 2024 Ford Raptors at Bob Riding's Truck Farm in Taylorville. Ford Bronco Badlands, Wild Track Convertibles, and Raptors.
You couldn't even grow them this cheap, but we can.
November is dedicated to the men and women who served, giving those from every branch in conflict a chance to share their stories. Join us every Tuesday at 6 this month as Brandon Morano covers the stories of their work, service, and salutes those who have fallen. WCIA3 is honoring Veterans' Voices as a part of Celebrating Central Illinois. Sponsored by the McDonald Group, S&K Buick GMC, Copper Creek Contractors, and U of I Community Credit Union.
Hurry in for more of Macy's best Black Friday deals now. The comfy Miriam sofa, only $4.99. The Gallagher leather sofa, $7.99. And get up to 50% off a new mattress, plus a free adjustable base. Now at Macy's.
Start your weekday mornings with The Morning Show at 9 on WCIA3. Follow today's breaking news, developing stories, and local insights from Central Illinois. The Morning Show at 9 from your local news leader.
Welcome to MedServ Equipment Corps, your trusted home for all your medical equipment and supply needs. At MedServ, we're more than a store. We're your partner in health and mobility. Need a lift? Our comfortable lift chairs and state-of-the-art power wheelchairs and scooters redefine mobility, ensuring you enjoy life to the fullest. Experience the freedom you deserve with our top-of-the-line power scooters. MedServ Equipment Corps, where quality meets compassion. Empower your independence.
You can't buck the deal on new 2024 Ford Raptors at Bob Riding's Truck Farm in Taylorville. Ford Bronco Badlands, Wild Track Convertibles, and Raptors.
You couldn't even grow them this cheap, but we can.
Mount Zion has a little extra help in the stands here tonight. Welcome to State University, Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Well, earlier today, if you're looking for nail-biting finishes, you weren't going to get them in our first 3 games. Althoff Catholic behind the Air Hills, 400-plus yards rushing and 7 touchdowns. Defeated Lena Winslow 57-14. Then Chicago Christian dominating shutout performance over Maroa Forsyth. Montini did the same to Monticello. That 49-8 win, and then see our score at the end of the first quarter here in your 4A championship ball game. Now remember, we'll get things started again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Run through 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nazareth Academy and Joliet Academy, Catholic Academy get things started for you. Sam Brief, Jack McInerney will be alongside. Nicole Sedeby will be on the sidelines for tomorrow's coverage beginning at 10 a.m.
Passerello gonna like what he sees in the first quarter. DePaul College Prep ran 18 plays compared to just 9 for Mount Zion. So they got the defense off the field. 18 yards of total offense for Mount Zion compared to 106 for DePaul College Prep. Average yards per play. DePaul College Prep almost 6 yards per play compared to 2 in the first quarter. That's why you have the dominating 13-0 score, but a lot of football still to be played. Big possession for Mount Zion coming up.
They start the second quarter with a kickoff. It's short. They want no part of Braden Trimble. Instead, it will come down to Connor Fox. That'll be decent field position for the Braves. What a year it's been athletically, a calendar year for Mount Zion. You talk about basketball. We talked about DePaul College Prep. Well, last year, also in a 3A tournament, Mount Zion makes its first ever appearance. And who were 2 of the stars in that ball game? Yep, J.C. Anderson and Braden Trimble.
A little high-low action between the 2 football all-staters. Both of them extremely talented on the hardwood as well. Probably could play both of these sports in college if they so choose. And if you're Mount Zion, you see Trimble throw one down right there. You have to get J.C. Anderson involved in this offense.
Positive yardage on first down. Gaden Becker wraps his arms around that ball. Will bring it up across the 40. So each of these schools had teams represented in the Class 3A basketball tournament at University of Illinois last year, but they never played each other. Just so happened the semifinals didn't work out, and then in terms of the championship ball game, that was DePaul College Prep as Mount Zion fell to the third-place game.
That was Anderson in your picture at 6'7". They got to get him some chance to high point the ball.
Knox throws it up for grabs, intercepted at the 25-yard line. Along the far sideline near midfield, and just now run out of bounds. On the interception for DePaul College Prep, Nicholas Hathcote.
Hathcote play at center field. Stocks did indeed throw that one up for grabs. That was not the best decision you could make. He's trying to make a play. It wasn't there. Throwing on the run, trying to throw a long ball, going with a vertical route and an easy INT and a takeaway for Nicholas Hathcote.
Well, this is where Mount Zion has to really kind of regain composure, right? Because they had a punt snap a little high. It led to I'll call it a missed punt opportunity. And now the interception gives it right back to DePaul.
After the interception, give a dead ball. Personal foul, late hit, 77, White. 15 yards from the end of the run. First down.
So not only an interception, good return, a 15-yard penalty. And DePaul College Prep right about where they started their last one-play drive.
So there's a throw on the run, but you have no arm speed. Playing center field, he's going for Hathcote. And then he comes up the sideline. Could be something late, I would think, right there, which extends the play to 15 more yards for DePaul College Prep.
Let's see if the Rams look to strike quickly once again. The sprint out here to Martinez. He's got some room, gets a block downfield. Martinez knocked out of bounds near the 10.
Yeah, that block downfield was Jack West. Anytime you see a wide receiver down there, he about the 15-yard line, he picked up what we call a stalk block. What a stalk block is a wide receiver going and trying to find a man, and then once he finds him, just like screening a man, it's his job to drive him back, and the runner goes off of the angle of that block.
Will be first down and goal from just inside the 10. DePaul looking to go up 3 scores. And they're going to get 5 yards. J.C. Anderson says, nope, it was that guy in the dark blue jersey. I don't know if officials are going to buy that.
Defense number 55.
Why not? 5-yard walk-off against Mount Zion. First and goal from the 5 now. Mount Zion with 4 penalties tonight. This one a crucial one here. Remember, a 15-yarder just prior to the start of this drive. Martinez pushes blockers out of his way, spins, fights, scores. Nick Martinez, second touchdown run of the night, 5-yard touchdown run.
Well, they put him to the side, if you will, of Juju Rodriguez, the side cards, what they call that. There was trips to the far side of the field, so you spread out the defense. Martinez went off the right side, showing great balance, great power, and great strength, knowing how to get into the end zone. Good job following the block of the big fella up front. Alexander Kim led him into the end zone. Kim celebrating with his back, working with each other to score that touchdown. Points after the turnover. Interception turned into points.
Looking for the single point, and they will get it. So 2 plays after the interception. This is what happens. Nick Martinez will get a handoff at the 5-yard line, and he will take it in for what has now become a 20-0 lead.
Coughing and throat feeling sore? We've got medication to get you out the door. Earache, pink eye, bug bite, or rash? Our wonderful staff will treat you in a flash.
What about sprains, strains, and minor fractures too?
Don't worry. Our x-rays reveal what's hidden from view. Need care after 9, 10, or 11? Our virtual care's got you 24/7. OSF on-call urgent care, in person or virtual. We're always there.
We're going to need more fuel. A renewable way to get that fuel instead of relying on foreign countries for petroleum. We can just grow our own fuel. Our fields are literally full of energy.
Well, you remember not that long ago that score said 0-0. How long ago? 2 minutes and 38 seconds. In that span, 3 touchdowns scored by DePaul, including 2 in the last 58 seconds.
Yeah, that is taking advantage of that turnover. They get the interception. They score quickly afterwards, aided by a couple penalties. And DePaul College Prep putting some points on the board in a hurry. They come in, averaging almost 30 a game. Thought they'd have much more difficult time than Mount Zion. Mount Zion has to regroup right now, but scoring quickly, DePaul. You know, their offensive coordinators, Kyle Petras, his 3rd year as a coordinator, 5th in the program. The ironic thing there is he came from Montini. So Peter Montini won a title as well, right? So I guess he's just a winner. Around winning attitudes, as Coach Passarella has surrounded himself with good people.
Mike Passarella was a scouting analyst for the Cleveland Browns personnel office for 4 years. In fact, he was part of the group that drafted Baker Mayfield and Myles Garrett, went on to become head coach at the College of DuPage, defensive coordinator in Austin, Texas, where they reached the state semifinals, also coached at Ellsworth College and Northeastern Oklahoma A&M.
And he's a graduate of Illinois State University, so he's been on this field many a time. I don't know if he's enjoying it any more than he is right now.
Yeah, for sure. Again, high, short, and whistles. The flag is down, and that'll be offsides on DePaul College Prep. Well, the game plan is certainly clear as far as the kickoffs are concerned for DePaul.
Stay away from double ones. Don't let him beat you with an explosive play.
But,
yes, they're making an adjustment right now. Is Mount Zion. They take him off the back line. And they're saying, okay, we give in, but we want one of our other deep backs to have a chance to catch the football and make a play.
There was several conversations along that special teams group for DePaul, I think they said 8. Number 11 is sitting on this side of the field at the 30, so they will kick left. More towards the middle, and this time it'll be Owen Sill with it. He's driven back quickly. And you can just feel all players have that extra little juice inside of them right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, you take it all facets of the game. DePaul has been dominant offensively. They've been dominant defensively, and they have definitely won the third phase of the game. Special teams. Special teams mishap on a punch situation hurt Mount Zion. See a big special teams play there. And all of that leads to what we call complementary football. Every unit on the field helping each other to be successful.
He played over 1 quarter of play. An extra minute. Mount Zion with just 1 first down this half. Going is rough, and it's rough going down for Trimble. No gain. And here comes this defense. Now, this is a defense I mentioned that DePaul trailed St. Lawrence, defending state runner-up in Class 4A, trailed them 14-0 at the half. And then this defense only allowed 36 yards in the second half to the St. Lawrence Vikings.
Yeah, they are swarming to the football right now, and to believe me, they have a spy opportunity on Trimble anytime he touches the ball. Good tackle by Luke Morgan, the safety right there.
Trimble floats out of the backfield. They'll throw it the other way to Harvey. Harvey will go backwards. Oh, how many blue jerseys are in the vicinity of Jacob Harvey?
Bring those hats to the party right now. DePaul College Prep. Are they flat out juiced up on that side of the football? Flying around, making plays. Playing with low pad level, winning the line of scrimmage. Doing it all.
Number 44 and 98. 44, Johnny Junta. 98 is Hunter Watola.
Junta with a couple back-to-back plays. And look at DePaul College Prep doing jumping jacks on the field. Staying warm, yes. Celebrating a little bit and trying to juice their crowd up. Absolutely on 3rd and 14.
Stocks has to move out of the pocket. And he'll have to throw it away. That was one frustrating offensive series for Mount Zion, thanks to the DePaul College Prep defense that have really come alive here.
Stocks at 6'2", 195. He's not overly quick, but yes, he can do some things with his legs, but just no avenues. Nothing downfield. Coverage sack, if you will. Stocks with a good play there, throwing that ball out of bounds to avert any more disaster.
Last time the Braves punted, there was problems. Hathcote is deep for DePaul. And he stands at his own 45-yard line. Low snap this time after a high snap on a previous punt. This will get a decent roll. Hathcote, though, is going to pick it up. He's going to try to make something happen, but a flag goes down. In fact, another flag will go down as Hathcote motors up that left sideline. Hathcote will go into the end zone. 2 flags all the way back where Nicholas Hathcote caught the ball, and appears as if a little frustration back there from DePaul. And I feel like we've done, what, Mark, 5 quarters of football? And I feel like we've had about 4 plays, big plays, that you saw an early flag.
Yeah, the flag comes out right away, kind of diffuses, pops the balloon, if you will. Yeah. And what a great individual play that was. But we're going to walk back about 75 yards.
During the return, the blocking back on the return team. 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
That block in the back came almost immediately as Hathcote made the catch. I thought it was risky that he was even going to attempt to field it. Here it is.
He runs it down. Yeah, that was a good call. Right on the money. You saw the DePaul player get a tough angle. Illegal block in the back right at the point of the pickup of that punt.
That was a spectacular return.
Oh, no doubt. It was fun to watch the whole time.
Well, Hathcote will take a breather. He went about 70 yards. Nothing to show for it, except the ball back at about the 20. 9:03 to play in the first half. Of course, in the first half, Marshall Harris and Tim O'Halloran. Back in our studios in Chicago, we'll bring you highlights, stats, recap the day's events. This day started at 10 a.m. You know, and I have to shout out for all of our crew members that have absolutely, and I hate to use this word because I'm not intending it as a pun, but have weathered this weather. I mean, it's been brutal all day today, 20 degrees, wind chills in the single digits. They have been outside, exposed to these elements since 10 a.m. That's when the game started. But they were here at 7 a.m. to get everything all ready for you. So hats off to them.
Yeah, probably a 16-hour day for them today in this frigid tundra of Hancock Stadium.
And everybody will be back tomorrow to bring you 4 more games. Looking to break this one as well. Big run, Hathcote again. He got that breather. He comes right back, and he takes it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, Hathcote came in with only 222 yards rushing, but he averages almost 8 yards per carry, and he's been really good today. Good fake there. Then he turns the corner, makes one guy miss the line of scrimmage. Nice jump cut. About 8-10 yards into that run, squares it off, moves the sticks, and he's been pretty efficient with his running. Nice compliment between Martinez and Hathcote. 1-2 in the running back room.
22 yards for Nicholas Hathcote, 5'11", 195-pound senior. Rodriguez looks deep left sideline. Nearly caught. Coverage on a play from Jacob Harvey. 10 a receiver. It's Peavy, or make that Osterman. Matthew Osterman.
Well, the ball went trips to the near side of the field, to the field side. It went one-on-one. Osterman has pretty good size when he goes up to catch the football. That one he tried to get at its highest point. Osterman 6 foot. But answering the call right there, and a pretty good defensive play of his own, was Jacob Harvey.
Rodriguez just 2 of 7 for 16 yards tonight. And it is tough to grip the ball this evening. Nick Martinez full head of steam and takes a big hit. He's rolled down like Johnny Jordan.
Well, I tell you what, we've seen Johnny Jordan the last couple weeks. He will put a hat on you. Over 100 tackles on the year. 4.5 sacks. He knows how to get to the football, Johnny Jordan.
Third down and 6 for the Rams. They are 2 of 4 on third downs this evening. They lead it 20-0. Rodriguez able to stand, able to float it out there. Nearly intercepted. Brody Lippa had the best shot at it.
Lippa plays a really deep safety. Obviously, that's controlled by the coaching staff upstairs, but I think they give him autonomy to decide how far back he plays. Free safety right there. He came probably about 15, 17 yards from the middle of the field to the boundary. That's one he thinks he could have picked. Had one last week, an interception.
Mount Zion won on this field last week when Trimble intercepted a pass in the end zone. Would have been a game-tying touchdown for U-High in the final seconds of the game. High kick from Pilcher. .7:23 to play in the first half. Mount Zion needs to move the ball. We'll see whether they can do it here when we come back.
Every year, the Whiffles family celebrates the season the best way they know how. And every year, they add a little something new. After all this time, you'd think all that extra work put into every last detail would get old. Well, think again. Whiffles Hybrids. Season's greetings from our U.S. farm family to yours.
Home is more than a place. It's full of the people and moments that matter most. Providing for loved ones, expanding your horizons, or simply living the life you love. With all you have to protect, choose insurance you can count on so you can experience more of what you live for. Country Financial. Experience more.
Been a great first half for DePaul. Been a great fall for DePaul College Prep girls right here at Redbird Arena in the volleyball state finals. But how about last year, State Farm Center in Champaign, back-to-back for the DePaul College Prep Rams.
DePaul College Prep Rams on the hoops. Tom Kleinschmidt, he has as good a defense as you can in basketball, almost like this defense is played in football tonight as they celebrate DePaul College Prep, formerly Gordon Tech, really getting it going athletically right now. And those programs sustain each other as that school hit a little bit of a low a while ago, enrollment-wise, but that's why they call athletics the front porch of any institution. You get your athletic program going, it helps the academic program, it helps enrollment, and it helps the overall school community, whether public or private.
Short pickup on first down. The longest run tonight for the Braves has been 9 yards. And that was Caden Becker on the carry. We have twins all over the field here,
yes,
right?
Yes, they do.
The Jordans are twins, and Caden Becker along with Calvin, twin brothers.
Caden Becker, he's known more for his defense, but he can punish you running the football, averages over 5 yards a carry out of the backfield.
Pocket collapsing around Stocks. And help comes, and he will go down. Second sack of the night for the Rams. Aiden Costet, one of the Rams, in on that play.
You see pressure on the inside, trying to step up in a pocket. Stocks, but he's looking downfield, nowhere to go, and then 2-3 blue shirts come in and get the sack as this defense continues to impress. They're much more aggressive and athletic than I think people anticipated. We knew they'd be physical, but they've shown more speed than people would have probably projected.
Play clock running down on Stocks. He gets the snap off. Well, maybe not. Now, flag thrown on the far side. That would not generally indicate a delay of game penalty. And it will be a walk-off. That may have been encroachment on DePaul.
44, 5 yards. Repeat, they're done.
You know, you and I did indeed have a chance to call Mount Zion's game right here at this field against University High last week. And what was it? At least 3 times did Stocks draw University High, U-High off. So his voice influx is causing difficulty for defenses. The way to beat that? Watch the football on defense. Watch the football. Get everybody in the box. Those blue shirts filling the box in this third down play. Showing blitz. Will they step back? Or are they coming with them?
They're coming. Stocks has to just throw it away. He had to retreat all the way to his own end zone. Well, you called it, Coach.
Yeah, you see what happens, though, is they showed blitz early. So as a quarterback, you're thinking, okay, are they going to back off or not? No, they didn't. But you have the opportunity for some kind of hot call. I'm not saying, you know, you're going to completely change the play at the line of scrimmage. You probably don't have the autonomy to do that from your coaching staff at this level. But you should have some kind of quick call that, okay, I'm going to get rid of the ball on some kind of smoke pattern to the outside, what have you, on some verbal to negate any kind of blitz package pressure.
Trimble gets it away. Halfcoat is there. And this return will not be as exciting as his last one. Well, that'll bring the defense from Mount Zion onto the field. And when the defense comes on the field, that means the Jordans come onto the field. Johnny Jordan and Joey Jordan, twin linebackers for Mount Zion. And you made a mention earlier, Mark, that these two brothers, the twins, the Jordans, are identical. Well,
how do you tell them apart?
I can't tell them apart.
How does Coach tell them apart?
Well, the only way Coach can tell them apart is one of them wears glasses.
Yeah, Patrick Gunther said, I don't know. Well, they got both glasses
Okay,
on there.
all right. There's certain style of glasses, I guess.
I know Patrick Etherton has had these guys since, middle school days, and he can't tell them apart. That doesn't make us feel very bad, does it?
No. How fun is that in that household, though? My goodness. What a ride both these teams have had here. Breaking free across midfield. That'll be a first down carry.
You're in the Jordan house. You're talking about a couple hundred tackles living in that house on the season. They both are collegiate level footballs, not the highest level, but they both are physical enough and have enough innate ability to get to the football on the defensive side to play at a decent high level Division III institution.
That's the 8th first down for DePaul. Only one first down here in the first half with under 5 minutes to play for Mount Zion. Peavy gets that little pitch. Tries to get around the corner. Good job by Mount Zion. They kept that one contained all the way. Braden Peavy, no room to run.
Well, Mount Zion's made a little bit of adjustment themselves as well. They have started to bring more people up to the line of scrimmage in the tackle box. There were 8 in the box that particular play. So again, it's a numbers game. You got 8 people to block. That's not easy to do. That's why you either have to get the ball to the edge or throw the ball downfield. Take a shot because you're light on the back end when you stack the box up front.
Looking to back at number 22, that's Johnny Jordan. With a gain of about half a yard on that last play. Straight up the middle, the interior of the defense. Tightening up. Once again, Caden Becker there.
Caden Becker, he will stick you. I just mentioned him on the offensive side. Over 100 tackles of the year, 11 TFLs, 6 sacks. He plays downhill when he runs the football. He plays completely downhill when he attacks the football on the defensive side. He is a strong one at 5'11", 185. Keep your eye on 25 in a white shirt right now, playing the linebacker position, left part of your screen.
Important third down here for Mount Zion, especially trailing by 20. Martinez follows his blocker. He's going to come up short of the first down. Got some decent yardage, and now a flag comes out after the play is over. Which way will this go? See Nick Martinez saying, hey, fellas, let's just back off a little bit. This walk-off goes against Mount Zion.
After the play, the personal foul, 22 on the defense, 15 yards.
Number Johnny Jordan, number 22. We just spotlighted him, and now he gets spotlighted in a different way.
Came in the pile just a little bit late, and then a little extra.
Yeah,
got the flag.
Yep. Clock moving, coming up on 3 minutes to play. The Rams would love to punch one in here. Juju Rodriguez calling the signals from that quarterback spot. He has a touchdown run tonight from just about this point of the field. He has no room on this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 white jerseys on top of Rodriguez.
Rodriguez averages only 2 yards per carry. Now there's some sacks mixed in with that, but he does indeed know how to run the football from the quarterback position. There was an extra blocker in for him on a design quarterback run. But again, you see Mount Zion has completely sold out to stop the run on this drive. They are just pounding the box with white shirts.
Rodriguez has struggled in the air a little bit tonight. He's going to try it here. Going to screen the other way. And trying to run before he had the ball. That didn't work for Nick Martinez. He had some room there if that ball got to him, and he'd lock it in.
He's wide open on the throwback. All the flow goes right. They throw it back to him. He's got 3 blockers out in front of him, and he just didn't look it in.
He had some big blockers in front of him, too.
He was thinking 6 instead of reception.
21 of DePaul's 30 plays have been running plays tonight. They have a 20-0 lead. 2:01 to play in the first half. Playing for the Class 4A state championship. Rodriguez sees the opening. Now he can move. A flag down as he crosses the 15-yard line. To the 10, down to the 5, and this flag is thrown at the 28. And a holding call will go against DePaul College Prep.
If you take all 4 football games today, this is not anything but an observation. There's been an inordinate amount of flags in all the games today. So you think there'd be a little bit more discipline from all 8 of these teams we've seen as far as the penalties are concerned.
Can I make excuses?
Absolutely cold.
I believe that I believe you do not have the same, I don't want to call it concentration, but when the weather is cold, I think things are just different.
Yeah, they're slower.
Well, this backs it up to the 37-yard line. 3rd down and almost 20 yards to go for a first down. Gets rid of it quickly. Now a little ladder play, hook and ladder play. You're going to get 20 and you're going to get more. First down, the catch made, if you will, the catch, the lateral will go to Connor Bearfield.
And another flag.
Oh. And is sitting at the 30-yard line. And another holding call.
What a well-executed play it would have been.
That's the 7th penalty on DePaul here in the first half, and yet they lead 20-0. That would have been enough for a first down and put them in great scoring position.
That went out of the bag of tricks. There's the catch against the zone defense, the throwback.
And unfortunately for Connor Bearfield, that yardage will be subtracted from his total he thought he had. Back at the 41-yard line, 3rd down and 25. This is where the drive started.
We've been back and forth a few times.
Time for Rodriguez. And he stays on his feet, still on his feet. And now he goes down.
He was like Ricochet Rabbit there for a while, just bouncing off people, staying alive, staying alive, staying alive. Picked up his own fumble.
You know what? He reminded me of a watermelon seed. You think you have it,
yeah,
it spurts away from you. 41 seconds left. This has been an interesting possession for DePaul. Here, let's take a look at it.
Breaks down, and then it's all Juju. Ball comes right back up in his hands. Watch him. He took about 3 or 4 hits until he's finally pancaked down.
That was Calvin Becker that got him in the end.
The Beckers can both hit you.
Imagine what their backyard pickup games were like back in the day.
Yeah. Mom probably fixed a few bloody noses along the way in the backyard.
I'm going to say the Jordans and the Beckers played some 2-on-2 football. Timeout called in the field. It was taken by, it shows on the scoreboard, taken by Mount Zion. They want the chance to get the ball back here with 41 seconds left.
Yeah, smart play because they're going to force the punt. So you're hoping for some kind of missed snap. If you're Mount Zion now, do you go ahead and sell out to block this punt? Or you want to try to set up a return? If you feel good about your block package, I'd go for it here at this time. But they're going to play it normal.
They've got Trimble back at the 20. Good punt. Trimble will take it inside the 10. Had to call for a fair catch. Excellent punt by Pilcher. Brady Pilcher pins Mount Zion inside the 10 on a 42-yard punt. 35 seconds to work with. Here's what it looked like earlier today. 10 a.m. game, Althoff Catholic. A huge win over Lena Winslow. Yeah, that's not a score you're going to see put on Lena Winslow too often. Then it's Chicago Christian, surprising a lot of folks here, not just with winning, but with winning in such dominating fashion against our program, Maroa Forsyth. Chicago Christian, every bit of that 47-0 win. 49-8, Montini rolled over Monticello in a 3-8 game, and here we are in 4-8. A shutout pitch here in the first half.
Interesting in a 2-minute drill, but you don't want to put anything up for grabs and make this any worse than it is at halftime. Get it in his hands.
Trimble will get it to the 14-yard line.
And if they're not hurry up, will they just let it run out?
They don't appear to be too concerned about getting the next play off. They'll get one more snap here, though. Stocks come to the near side. And penalty flag, 1, 2, 3. I count 3 flags down. J.C. Anderson with the catch. He has not been involved in that offense tonight.
No, and I think I was just going to say in the second half, they have to target him some, get him some rub routes, get him some crossing patterns over the middle, let him use his big frame to become involved in the offense.
Now, he came up a little gimpy last week. Turned his ankle just a bit on a play last week.
Face mask on the defense. 15 yards and end the run. First down.
2 seconds left on the clock after that face mask call.
Watch how far DePaul College Prep's back end will be on this defense. You see the end of this run. Six blue shirts back about 15 to 20 yards.
Once again, we'll hook and lateral here to Trimble. Trimble runs out of room along that sideline, and first half will come to a close. So DePaul College Prep scored 3 touchdowns in a span of 2 minutes and 38 seconds. That's the extent of the scoring here in the first half. Had an opportunity here late in this first half, and some penalties wiped them out. And Mount Zion looking to get a little semblance of an offense going here after a halftime conversation. The Braves will leave and head to the northwest portion of Hancock Stadium's campus, and on the other side, DePaul College Prep will head into the building, a football building on the northeast side. One half of play in the book, and let's listen to the leading coach, Mike Passarella. Casey.
Dave, thanks so much, Coach. I know you called the defense as well. What do you like from them so far, holding this Mount Zion team to 25 total rushing yards?
I mean, we're doing exactly what we talked about all week long. Guys are doing their assignments, they're communicating, they're flying around the ball. When you get 11 halves of football, good things happen. So we have to continue to corral it and control the line of scrimmage, which we've done a good job. If we do the second half, we'll be okay.
Your team is playing with energy and intensity. What did you tell them before kickoff?
Honestly, I didn't really say much. We got a lot of leaders on this team that speak up, and those guys follow them. So I let the players lead, and I let them go on and handle the business. So they're juiced up and amped up to be in this position right now, and they're really excited, and you can see the way they're playing.
How do you clean up some of those penalties we saw in that last drive there?
I literally just said that in the headsets. I think we got like 100 penalty yards in this first half. So we have to control our emotions. You can tell that we got a lot of juice right now, and we have to just continue to settle down and play our game, which we know we can.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, let's check in with Edgy and Marshall in the studios in Chicago. Hey, guys.
Hey, Casey, it's not quite 100 yards. It's 8 penalties for 60 yards.
It feels like 100
Exactly,
yards.
for DePaul College Prep. But they do have a 20-0 lead, and they have to be very happy with how things have gone against Mount Zion, knowing how many big-time prospects they have on the other side of the field.
Have I watched this game like...
maybe 3 times in a row?
3 times today? There's a lot of similarities, my friend, that we've seen so far. Physicality, we talked about at the beginning of the show. DePaul Prep is winning the line of scrimmage. And again, just making big plays and just limiting, this Mount Zion offense to barely anything in the first half. It's wild.
If not for that last drive, it would have been really ugly instead.
Yeah.
It's only the fact that they've given up 38 total yards of offense to the Braves so far. We're going to talk about the highlights of this one, plus the stats in totality. That's all when we come back with halftime. Right now, the 4A title game, it is DePaul College Prep with a 20-0 halftime lead.
Attention high school students. If you're tired of hearing the same old college debt story, we've got an exciting alternative for you. Join the Mid-America Carpenters Union and let your career dreams take flight. You can earn great pay, enjoy no-cost health insurance, and secure a stable retirement, all with no college debt and an elite career that's here to stay. It's time to build your future your way. Ready to carve your path to success? Contact the Mid-America Carpenters Union today to learn how you can unleash your potential.
You know what it's like to watch a winning team. Now it's your turn to be a part of one. The Illinois State Police is recruiting for our next cadet classes, and you could be our MVP. Protect the public, help those in need, and make a lasting impact in your community. Our mission, your future, higher purpose, higher pay. Starting pay is at $90,000 with incredible benefits package, including a take-home squad car, tuition reimbursement, paid leave, and more. Join the team that makes a difference. Apply today at IllinoisTrooper.com.
Epic Black Friday deals at Menards are back. Pick up this 12-volt cordless drill kit for only $9.99. Get a dual-head LED work light with tripod for just $14.99. Secure big savings on a 4-pack ratchet strap set, now just $4.97. Or snag these giant 54-inch snow tubes for only $9.99 each. Hurry in for best selection. Don't miss out. These deals won't last long.
Save big money at Menards.
Imagine going from the classroom to the big stage.
This territory, this place, our home, isn't just for learning, but for understanding the very power of what imagination actually means.
A place where you can go from player to coach, from the ground to the sky.
So close your eyes, envision the roar that is a spirit of thousands of Salukis. Capture this moment and go forward together.
The IHSA, committed to keeping student-athletes safe. Through educational initiatives and national partnerships, we're going the distance to develop safer protocols for our teams. Plus, we continue to improve scheduling and conditioning to reduce injuries from preseason through each state championship. 31 sports, 350,000 student-athletes, and one goal, player safety. The IHSA, the future plays here.
Back here for halftime here on the IHSA television network, and so far it's been blowout after blowout after blowout. We've got one maybe in the making here. Marshall Harris along with edgy Tim O'Halloran, and DePaul College Prep up 20-0 at the break. The game here has been all on the ground. A combined 6 for 17 through the air of the quarterbacks.
Yeah, again, we talked about conditions very early in this game. There's no doubt in my mind it's having an impact on the throwing game. But again, DePaul Prep able to get enough done to be able to move the football, to mix things up just enough to keep Mount Zion's defense honest.
All right, let's show you exactly how DePaul College Prep got this thing started. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. DePaul with the ball, 4th and 10. This is a first down, an impressive play there. And then Juju Rodriguez is going to, after finding Matthew Osman, give it to Nick Martinez. He will finish off the drive for a 4-yard touchdown run. And it was more of the same for DePaul. After great field position off a block pot, it's more Juju Rodriguez.
Yeah, it does a little bit of everything. Really good running the football, runs that offense really well. A lot of confidence in his play.
And then the following possession, Mount Zion. They've got the ball at their own 42-yard line. Keller Stock's going to get picked off, underthrown. And later that drive, DePaul would cash in.
And again, Keller Stock's seen a lot of pressure tonight, no question.
Nick Martinez with the finishing blow, and that's where we stand right now, 20-0 at the break. You look at the stats in this one, 162 total yards for DePaul College Prep. Meanwhile, Mount Zion just 38 yards of total offense, only 25 yards on the ground.
And it's been a really strong defensive effort by DePaul Prep. There is no doubt about it. The fact that this high-powered offense, you limit under 100 yards in the first half, you're getting the job done. And again, just watch the defense swarm. This team has just had more energy coming out of the gates. DePaul Prep just seems like they're much more fired up, playing much more aggressive. And again, here, this is a lot of pressure for Stocks. I don't know if he's seen this much pressure all year.
And you see here, they thought they had a punt instead. Well, it's a punt. It just doesn't go as far as a punt should go.
Sometimes it goes your ways. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it rains. It's going DePaul Prep's way so far in the first half.
All right, Mount Zion just 1 of 5 on third downs. That's a big part of the problem. They can't stay on the field and sustain drives.
Yeah, you have to find a way. Maybe we saw a little clue at the end of the second quarter here for Mount Zion. Get Trimble a little bit more involved. And again, we talked about the star power. Get the ball into the star players' hands. See what happens. You've got to shake things up offensively.
Stocks just 3 of 7 throwing the football, so he hasn't been able to distribute the ball as they would like to. Mount Zion comes into this game thinking about a state title. Meanwhile, DePaul College Prep, their first ever appearance since going from Gordon Tech to DePaul College Prep. So call them what you want. You might be calling them state champs at the end of the day. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, more at halftime right now. It's 20-0 DePaul College Prep with the lead.
You can't buck the deal on new 2024 Ford Raptors at Bob Riding's Truck Farm in Taylorville. Ford Bronco Badlands, Wild Track Convertibles, and Raptors.
You couldn't even grow them this cheap, but we can.
Lowe's knows how to get great holiday deals. The best savings of the season are here with doorbuster deals on our top brands all across the store. Doorbuster deals start Friday the 29th, so get them early before they're gone. Lowe's.
November is dedicated to the men and women who served, giving those from every branch in conflict a chance to share their stories. Join us every Tuesday at 6 this month as Brandon Morano covers the stories of their work, service, and salutes those who have fallen. WCIA3 is honoring veterans' voices as a part of Celebrating Central Illinois. Sponsored by the McDonald Group, S&K Buick GMC, Copper Creek Contractors, and U of I Community Credit Union. Central Illinois is crashing the boards. Glenn Kinley and the WCIA3 sports team are going hard in the paint, bringing you the best local high school basketball coverage. Don't miss all the action with Full Court Friday, tonight at 10 on WCIA3.
Hurry in for more of Macy's best Black Friday deals now. The comfy Miriam sofa, only $4.99. The Gallagher leather sofa, $7.99. And get up to 50% off a new mattress, plus a free adjustable base. Now at Macy's.
Weather can be tough to predict, but WCIA3 makes it a priority to make sure that you're in the know to the most up-to-date conditions. Join Central Illinois in making weather a priority in your life.
Forecast First, sponsored by Route 66 Solar.
You can't buck the deal on new 2024 Ford Raptors at Bob Riding's Truck Farm in Taylorville. Ford Bronco Badlands, Wild Track Convertibles, and Raptors.
You couldn't even grow them this cheap, but we can.
Back at halftime here on the IHSA television network alongside Edgy, Tim O'Halloran, I'm Marshall Harrison. It's been a long day. We've had 3 games already in the books, working on a 4th here at halftime. And you'll notice a theme. If there was a headline, it would probably say, privacy, please.
A lot to a little?
Yes.
Is that another one?
That's
we're
definitely
kind of heading down that route for sure.
One of the themes. Althoff Catholic taking the 1A championship, 57-14. De'Aaron Hill Jr. in that game, 7 touchdowns, a new state title game record, no matter the classifications. Then you had Moreau Forsyth getting blanked by Chicago Christian. Their first ever appearance in a state championship game ends with a 47-0 shutout. In 3A, it was Monticello getting the beat down from Montini Catholic, 49-8. Izzy Abrams was the hero in that one with 4 total touchdowns. And we're sitting here right now looking at another private school up 20-0 at the break here in DePaul College Prep.
Our friends on X, it's quite the discussion point right now. So a lot of talk about that. And again, you go out, you play the game, and you give DePaul Prep all the credit in the world in this first half. They're going out and they're playing and they're executing.
If you are looking at Mount Zion, you talked about getting the positions of skill more involved into the game. Is that easier said than done, though, given how physical the Rams have been in this game?
That's the problem. And we mentioned about Keller Stocks getting pressure. You're flushing him out of the pocket. It's much harder to throw the ball, especially in this weather with the cold, when you're on the move as opposed to being able to sit in the pocket for a little bit. He's really been flushed in almost every turn. That makes it a lot harder.
Juju Rodriguez, he's only 3 of 10 passing, but it hasn't mattered because he's been able to do it not only with his arm, but also with his legs. 29-yard touchdown run here, and it's all Rams at the break. They're up 20-0. More halftime after this.
Want a great career? Join the Carpenters Union and be part of the next generation building our communities. With the Carpenters Union Career Connections program, high school students get a head start on the industry's leading curriculum. Learn the latest in construction technology and the many skilled crafts the Carpenters Union represents. Plus, earn as you learn. Receive a nice paycheck, health insurance benefits, and best of all, no college debt. Ask your school district to participate in the Career Connections program and get started on your future.
You know what it's like to watch a winning team. Now it's your turn to be a part of one. The Illinois State Police is recruiting for our next cadet classes, and you could be our MVP. Protect the public, help those in need, and make a lasting impact in your community. Our mission, your future, higher purpose, higher pay. Starting pay is at $90,000 with incredible benefits package, including a take-home squad car, tuition reimbursement, paid leave, and more. Join the team that makes a difference. Apply today at IllinoisTrooper.com.
Imagine going from the classroom to the big stage.
This territory, this place, our home, isn't just for learning, but for understanding the very power of what imagination actually means.
A place where you can know, from player to coach, from the ground to the sky.
So close your eyes, envision the roar that is a spirit of thousands of Salukis. Capture this moment and go forward together.
We are back with the Menards halftime stats. Save big money on all your home improvement needs, and certainly needing some saving right now are those Mount Zion Braves. Just 3 first downs in the first half compared to 9 for DePaul College Prep. And you see the total yards we told you about, just 38 total yards of offense. No team gets to the state championship thinking that this is how things are going to go.
Well, we talked about DePaul Prep. You take away some of those penalties, how much higher would the score be? So again, Mount Zion at least still kind of hanging in there a little bit. You know, you gotta feel somewhat good to hopefully get after it a little bit here early in the third quarter.
Again, the first down's a big story there. 9-3 overall. Plays, 2 yards per play. That's what Mount Zion is averaging in the first half compared to 5.1 yards per play for DePaul College Prep. We'll see if the Braves can get off on the right foot in the second half, because that certainly wasn't the case in the first half. The second half coming back at you after this.
From the Capitol to your living room, Capital Connection, your source for accurate and balanced Illinois political news.
Investigating what's happening in Springfield the way only Capitol Bureau Chief Cole Henke can.
I'm breaking the stories and asking the tough questions about issues that matter to you.
Unraveling the stories behind the policies and the decisions that impact our state and communities.
I'm holding our lawmakers accountable and keeping you connected.
Capital Connection, Sunday mornings at 10:30 on WCIA3.
So much of our day-to-day lives starts with agriculture, and there's an easy way for you to find out how. WCIA3's Ag in the Classroom is your look into everything that leads back to agriculture, like what connects the farm to appliances we use every day.
We eat, we have to wash dishes.
Yep.
She got tired of that. She invented a dishwasher that could do that.
It's a great day to learn about agriculture here in Central Illinois. Join me for Ag in the Classroom.
Monday mornings on The Morning Show on WCIA3, sponsored by United Prairie.
So much of our day-to-day lives starts with agriculture, and there's an easy way for you to find out how. WCIA3's Ag in the Classroom is your look into everything that leads back to agriculture, like what connects the farm to appliances we use every day.
We eat, we have to wash dishes.
Yep.
She got tired of that. She invented a dishwasher that could do that.
It's a great day to learn about agriculture here in Central Illinois. Join me for Ag in the Classroom.
Monday mornings on The Morning Show on WCIA3, sponsored by United Prairie.
We're dreamers. We're thinkers. We write and tell stories that make a connection with your customers. We understand your brand. We understand your goals, because your success is our success. Video production, digital marketing, graphic design. We have the creative team and technology to bring your message to life. Contact 509 Creative. We'll take it from here. Local creative. 509 Creative.
Life is good if you have a heater throwing flames at you. That's what the Mount Zion cheerleaders are experiencing right now. It's that kind of night weather-wise. Glad to have you back with us, Dave Bernhardt, along with Mark Lindo. And weather is a factor. I mean, make no question about it. We have not seen much passing today, but boy, from DePaul College Prep, we have seen some outstanding running.
Boy, the way you win championships, you run the ball, you stop the run. DePaul College Prep has done both those here in the first half. And a nice package. They've had a 1-2 punch. Juju Rodriguez with a 29-yard touchdown run. Nick Martinez has 2 touchdowns, 13 carries, 84 yards. See the nice hole there, the cutback against the grain, and then it's just speed to the house as right now DePaul College Prep running the ball for fun, being very efficient with their run game, averaging almost 6 yards per pop. They've done that. Again, they've stuffed the run on the other side for Mount Zion. That's why they have this commanding lead, and they are winning the line of scrimmage on both sides of the football. That is why they're winning the run game on both sides of the football.
Okay, I'm obligated to ask you this question. We take a look at the rushing yards for DePaul College Prep, but if we turn it around the other way, I have to ask you the question, what does Mount Zion have to do to get some rhythm into their offense?
I think they have to get their short passing game going first. Take all those big guys out of the box for DePaul College Prep, and then to spread the field a bit. As Steve, DePaul College Prep had that great first half rushing, 150 yards and counting. Their offensive line's done a great job.
Mount Zion will look to get on the board quickly here in this second half. They're able to move the ball a little bit there at the end of the first half. But you heard Mike Passarella, the head coach for DePaul College Prep, said, you know, his guys are really juiced, fired up, a part of the penalty situation. But you could just see after that third touchdown in a span of about 2.5 minutes that DePaul really started have that extra little bit of energy.
Well, let's see if DePaul College Prep, the Rams, can keep that same energy and intensity. You know, this is one of those nights, quite honestly, anytime you're ahead, you really don't ever want it to be halftime, no matter what sport, right? You want to keep that momentum and that energy, but especially because of the conditions. Can they come out hot? I don't know about temperature hot, because DePaul, you know, if they score next, DePaul College Prep, the Rams would be in full control. Yes, they are already, but they could just about, no pun intended, ice this one.
I like that one. That's a good. DePaul College Prep, 10-3 in the season. This is their first winning season since 2015. Prior to this year, only 4 winning seasons since 1992. In fact, that winning season in 2015, that was the first playoff. And the last win prior to this year came in 2005 when it was Gordon Tech High School.
Yeah, that goes back a ways. 19 years since a playoff victory. Run on the table is what they're attempting to do tonight in this year's playoffs. They think they're battle-tested coming out of the conference. They are. And I mentioned it in the first half. I think right now their athletic success across the board, which was started by the basketball program at the time, Kleinschmidt. Volleyball, once again, brings home a trophy this year. And a football team here in a Friday night state championship game here in Illinois State University.
That's Jacob Harvey back deep for Mount Zion. He'd like to get his hands on the ball. It will not happen as the knee went down. And we can get down to Casey Standahar right now and check out what she learned at halftime.
Dave, thank you so much. I did get a chance to chat with Mount Zion head coach Patrick Etherton right after halftime, actually. And Coach Etherton said, you know, we just got to get back to what we always do, what we've done all season long. We're used to being in some of these stressful situations, some of these high-intensity moments, and we just got to do what we know. That's what he really wanted to focus on. I asked him, what changes will you make offensively? He said, really, we just got to get a first down.
Now, they had struggled with first down because they only picked up 31 yards total on all of their first down plays. That's why they had that second, third long all evening long.
Stocks on the run looking for Trimble. Broken up. It was broken up by Avery Bellis. Also on the coverage was Luke Flom.
Bellis stayed step for step with Trimble on that one and just knocked that ball out of the All-Staters' hands at the last minute. Good job playing pass coverage deep in the zone.
You talk about the different schedules. Of course, DePaul playing in the Catholic League. That's been a tough schedule. I'll tell you about their summer schedule here in a moment. Off left tackle, short pickup of maybe only a yard. But how about DePaul? In the summer, they played Wheaton St. Francis, outstanding team. Played Loyola in the summer, scrimmaged played Loyola St. Francis regular season, scrimmaged against Nazareth Academy in the summer. It just built confidence in this team because who they played and how they played against them, and why not? 34 seniors on this team, including several three-year players.
Yeah, that'll test you, no doubt about that. Get your confidence up. Here they are, third down. They're 1 out of 5 on third down tonight. Why? Because they've had the average has been third down and 10 to go. This one's 3rd and 8.
That is a tough uphill road to climb.
Analytics say you're not going to be very successful to the tune of 1 out of 5.
Keller stocks under pressure, flips it up, and that ball carried just a little bit. He was looking for Harvey. A great year Jacob Harvey has had 57 catches for 1,100 yards and 13 touchdowns. He's been quiet tonight, as has been any part of the passing game on either side here this evening.
Yeah, they've been getting with Harvey the ball. He's got a 1,000-yard receiving season. He was an Illinois High School Football Coaches Association honorable mention All-Stater. We mentioned J.C. Anderson. He was first team by the Champaign News-Gazette, as well as Braden Tribble. But the playmakers have not been able to get off the snide tonight for Mount Zion.
For the 4th time tonight, Mount Zion goes 3 and out. And this ball will hop enough to cross midfield, but still good field position for the Rams to start here, as we're just a little over a minute in to this second half.
Well, we mentioned that the Rams had 150 yards of rushing in the first half. They will try to establish that early and often here. Try to use some clock at the same time, move the chains, stay in front of the chains, get themselves situations where they're 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3, and continue to pound on this Mount Zion defense, utilizing Kim and Shutema, Bitts, Pareda, and Rios up front, their offensive line, left side to right side.
Juju Rodriguez at the controls. Long time to get that signal into him. Here we go. They'll start it on the ground, and Martinez is able to spin off a tackler, get about 4, maybe 5.
Good job by Nick Martinez bumping that to the outside. On that particular play, again, stuff in the box was Mount Zion. Caden Becker came up, showed blitz early. They ran that ball away from him and Johnny Jordan, both the inside linebackers, running away from the traffic on the inside.
We'll call it a 4-yard pickup on 1st down. You get the call again. And this time the Braves defense clamps him down. No gain on the play for Martinez. How about Mount Zion this year? This is their 14th game of the season. They only had 4 home games all year. 10 games on the road for the Braves.
Yeah, counting tonight, they will have traveled over 1,800 yards.
Miles, not yards.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking of their running game. 1,800 miles. Playing only 4 times home. They have quite a bit of bonding opportunities on buses and an awful lot of fast food sandwiches, I assume.
Rodriguez chased out of the pocket. He's going to try to win a foot race this sideline, and he is driven down. Number 25. You've seen that number. You've heard that name. Caden Becker just ran down Rodriguez.
Caden Becker flat out plays hard and physical. He is just a football player. Doesn't matter if he's on the offensive side, the defensive side. See him right there breathing hard. He wants to play and wants to play some more right there. Great shot of that young man and his competitive juices. We playing to the end.
See where they finally spot this ball. At about the 42-yard line. Juju Rodriguez, 5'10", 180-pound senior. He was part of the last 2 state basketball champions. Backup guard. for Tom Kleinschmidt.
Yeah, what defense is better, Tom Kleinschmidt's?
I don't know. I would have said Kleinschmidt's prior to tonight.
Yeah, taking a run for their money, so to speak.
They move the ball back to the 43-yard line. It's 4th down. Trimble will drop back deep, awaiting the punt.
This is showing full faith and confidence in your defense by punting this. Definitely the prudent thing to do. Saying we're throwing a shutout, we're going to make you go 85 yards instead of taking a risk at 42-yard line.
DePaul calls a timeout before that play clock runs out. We'll take a break as well. 9:19 to play in the third quarter in a 20-0 game.
You can't buck the deal on new 2024 Ford Raptors at Bob Riding's Truck Farm in Taylorville. Ford Bronco Badlands, Wild Track convertibles, and Raptors.
You couldn't even grow them this cheap, but we can.
Dear Santa, I hope you are having a good day in the North Pole. Is it cold all the time there? Is that why your teacher is so rosy? My mom says I'm a good helper, but you didn't come last year. Was my chimney broken? I just really hope this year when I wake up, I'm gonna see that you came to my house too. Wow.
Donate and help the Marines deliver hope to a child in need.
You can't buck the deal on new 2024 Ford Raptors at Bob Riding's Truck Farm in Taylorville. Ford Bronco Badlands, Wild Track convertibles, and Raptors.
You couldn't even grow them this cheap, but we can.
Well, looks like
it's not a new dance, is it?
No, it's the start of a gym class. All right, everybody, jumping jacks here. It was funny because we just came back to see that, but after the huddle broke, they all kind of walked away, and then somebody somewhere said, hey, get moving.
Yeah. Stretch those muscles. We have a would-be punt situation. We said going into break, that was the prudent thing to do. Your defense is playing so doggone well. Make it a full field for Mount Zion to go against, trying to play catch-up football.
18 degrees right now. Feels like 6 above. A fake. And that's why there was a timeout called. The ball is loose on the ground here. Both sides pointing that they have possession.
Well, they went to the up back, and they're going to move the sticks. And guess who I think got that first down? Dominic Bitts, 270-pound senior, who was in the blocking back formation on the punt team. Short snap to him, and he was rumbling on in. Right there, he took it. He had made the cadence call, ran right up the gut. Johnny Jordan with a hit on him, stripped the ball. But Gordon Tech, or excuse me, I did it there. DePaul College Prep, they go ahead and keep possession.
So how about Dominic Bitts, 5'11", 570-pounder is going to get his name, or 270-pounder is going to get his name in the score sheet with a 5-yard pickup.
And he is their most consistent, most dominant offensive lineman. Normally, their center.
Big guy. He's been to the state finals and all of the throws. 3-year starter, headed to Johns Hopkins.
I think he's got some academic prowess behind his name.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay for himself. Tomorrow, coming up at 10 a.m., we will get things started right here. Temperature's going to be just a wee bit warmer, I'm told. And I mean a wee bit warmer. 10 o'clock, that's when Nazareth Academy will take on Joliet Catholic Academy. That's a rematch of last year's championship ball game won by Nazareth Academy, as Naz will look to go for 3 in a row. East St. Louis, this time will meet Geneva rather than Cary Grove. Geneva knocking off Cary Grove in the semifinals. Matchup between a couple of teams that really have had some
brotherly love.
Okay. Mount Carmel, Batavia, and then York making its first appearance, as Loyola will look to go back to back to back. Straight up the middle. Pickup of 3, and you get the sense that DePaul will probably have their way here with those 3-yard pickups. Physical team. They've come out with emotion. It was a season that nobody really expected them to have except maybe the Rams players themselves. We saw a team earlier today in Class 2A, Chicago Christian. They were pretty much overlooked all season long. They win a state title.
There's a good shot at Bitts, their science center. Dominic Bitts goes, I don't want to center anymore. I want to be running the football. But watch him in the middle of your screen. He'll snap the ball. Watch his block. He's going to pick up a blitz right here. And he does just that.
On the left side and broken up. And a flag, an interference call is going to happen. And another one will come in as Connor Fox was right there on the coverage. And the intended receiver, Justin Sterner. You know, there's Bitts. You saw Bitts again, number 70. And you made the comment when they took the first time out, when DePaul made the first time out, is they're going to talk him into going for it. Now I'm thinking it was Bitts that said, hey, we've got this play in the book for me,
Let's run it, Coach. Let's run it.
15 yards, previous spot, first down.
So they pick up a first down on a PI here. Watch the long ball there. Pretty good pass protection. Throwing that ball off his back foot.
Fox colliding into Sterner.
A little bit early contact getting the left hand out was Connor Fox. Sophomore with a bright future in front of him.
Fresh set of downs for the Rams. Now Hathcote in the backfield along with Martinez. They join Rodriguez. It will be Martinez. Crosses inside the 20.
This game is getting more and more physical right now as Caden Becker makes that stop, but DePaul imposing their will up front, and Mount Zion said we're having enough of this, trying to play a little more physical brand of football.
Rodriguez with the back split behind him. As Martinez had left the backfield over the middle, the pass complete down to the 6-yard line. Well, the strongest throw that Rodriguez has made tonight. Got it out in a hurry. Made it count. Jack West was the receiver.
If Juju Rodriguez is going to be good like he has been all year, it all starts with pass protection. Look at big number 70, Bitts. We ice it on him. He fights off two different people to allow his quarterback time. Great shot there of arguably the best offensive lineman at DePaul College Prep.
DePaul 2 of 3 in the red zone this evening. Martinez will take the handoff. He'll be within 2 yards, and here comes a flag late.
Martinez trying to go for the trifecta, the hat trick, if you will. Looks like another face mask here. That's what the DePaul players are saying.
Martinez pounds that chest. Is that Becker? No, that is Johnny Jordan that is down.
Face mask for sure.
Yep, and that was Jordan that I think was the culprit, and then he ends up sitting down right now at about the 3-yard line.
Face mask on the defense, number 22. At the distance, repeat first down.
Nick Martinez got thrown to the ground on his backside. He had the football in one hand and grabbing his face mask in the other hand saying, give me the call, and he got it.
He may get it when we come back. 6:32 to play in the third quarter. Rams looking to punch another one in.
Every year, the Whiffles family celebrates the season the best way they know how. And every year, they add a little something new. After all this time, you'd think all that extra work put into every last detail would get old. Well, think again. Whiffles Hybrids. Season's greetings from our U.S. farm family to yours.
We're going to need more fuel. A renewable way to get that fuel instead of relying on foreign countries for petroleum, we can just grow our own fuel. Our fields are literally full of energy.
Johnny Jordan getting looked at, worked on. Looks like they're down there in that lower leg area, foot, ankle.
It's 100 total tackles on the sideline right there. They need him in the football game. He is one of their emotional leaders on the defense as well.
This defensive unit will have to go without him on this particular play. And there you see the ball right there at the 1 yard line. First and goal from there.
DePaul College Prep's done a good job offensively keeping the strong and athletic rush end, J.C. Anderson, the All-Stater, 235 pounds in the defense. You've got number 18 on your screen. He has not really been in the backfield at all because Juju Rodriguez been a non-factor on the defensive side.
Rodriguez in the pistol, Martinez behind him. Martinez gets the call, head down, drives forward, he's in. A 1 yard touchdown run, his third of the night for Nick Martinez.
But they put two blue shirts in front of him. Power football. He followed his offensive line. He followed the two backs, and he followed that up with number 3 getting his third. Really nice run and huge separation right now by DePaul College Prep. Really nice blocks up front by Aiden Cassette and also by offensive lineman on the right side who opened a hole as well, George Gilman. Or excuse me, Carlos Rios.
Emmett McHugh for the extra point out of the hold of Justin Sterner. 2 of 3 tonight. This one is up and through, 3 of 4. And what that means is we have 27-0 lead for DePaul. That was a 9-play drive. Took about 4.5 minutes off the clock. So 3 touchdowns from Martinez, another touchdown run from Rodriguez. And it is a commanding 27-0 lead midway through the third quarter.
And once again, they did that basically imposing their will up front because from the punt, they took that drive downfield, and they have done it with a non-stop run game for the most part. We knew that we had a really nice quarterback in Juju Rodriguez, who's thrown for over 2,800 yards on the season. But tonight, it's been all sorts of running ability of DePaul College Prep. And look at what their defense has done. Oh my goodness, holding Mount Zion to 1.8 yards per play.
Mount Zion has not come close to the red zone. 5 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, including a couple of sacks. With the big number, right? 40 total yards. That's
40 total yards. And they've been able to negate the tremendous twins, if you will, offensively. Trimble has done very little from a statistical standpoint. J.C. Anderson, 35 power 4 offers at least, has not been a factor offensively whatsoever.
Looking for any type of opening, and there will be none. Trimble able to create some space, just runs out of room along the sideline, gets out at the 20-yard line. The defensive play of the game is brought to you by Union Carpenters and Contractors, partners in building communities and supporting working families. How about this interception from Nicholas Hathcote?
That play in center field, he had his eyes on the prize the whole way. Picked that one up and did a little bit of damage afterwards. And they parlayed that into points later on.
Out of the many defensive plays, Hathcote gets the honor. The defensive play of the game. Well, we have 1.8 yards per play for Mount Zion. Let's see what the Braves can do here.
Yeah, right now, the Rams, they can't wait to get out there and play on defense.
Harvey has to retreat. He's in trouble. And another tackle for loss. Boy, such closing speed from the DePaul College Prep defense. And there is Hathcote. Does it on both sides of the ball.
So you take that 8-yard TFL down to 32 net offensive yards officially then for Mount Zion. It's an offense that averages over 30 points a game.
faced with a 2nd down and 13. Stocks on the move. It'll be 3rd down and 13.
I like the fact, though, they went and targeted Anderson. They tried to get the 6'7" post player, if you will, up in the air at the boundary to go ahead and high point that football. Just a little bit too tall, but I think your conscious effort to get him involved in your offense.
Owen Sill checks into the game for Mount Zion. He'll split wide to the right.
Keller Stocks has really superlative numbers. 32 touchdown passes, over 2,800 yards. He just not been able to get it going from a rhythm and consistency standpoint tonight.
You can see Anderson hobbling around a little bit. He banged up his ankle last week, and I believe that big guy has been full speed here tonight. The timeout will be forced to be called by Mount Zion. Braden Trimble, number 11, right there in the middle of your picture. He was on this field 6 days ago in the win over University High School. What a game he had, and that in every facet of the game, Mark.
He only had 3 touchdowns. That's right, only 3. Watch him reverse the field there and get into the end zone. He was a treat to watch. We had a chance to do just that, watch him play. You know, he took it from the Wildcat. He took it from a handoff. Really good vision downfield. That young man had a key 53-yard punt. He had the game-winning interception. Here it is right there late in the ball game. And there's the interception, which basically clinched things. He had blocked a field goal in that game. He ran for the Wildcat. They were running down the clock the last, 4 or 5 minutes, and he had not one but 2 key first down runs on 3rd down and 5 or 6 to go. He was the complete package in a myriad of ways, which brought his team back to this field for the 2nd time in 6 days.
He'll head to the University of Illinois in January. Will graduate early from Mount Zion. Will play football for head coach Brett Bielema. This ball is up into the air, and it is picked off at the 45-yard line. The other way to the 30. 25. Osterman will turn it to 15, the 10. And fights forward. He'll be inside, but a flag is down. It's at the line of scrimmage in that general area. Boy, that is a long, long run. Check that. That's Avery Bellis. 6s and 8s are a little tough to tell on these jerseys. Avery Bellis, 3-year starter with that interception.
And that was a good interception insofar as he's playing deep, and he actually caught that ball a la Willie Mays over his head. Really nice job playing safety there. He was the help over the top. See, watch him come into your picture there, over the head. What a great interception. He picks that up, and then he immediately knows to turn it around and go the other way. Good cutback block. Made a run after the play. But another takeaway for the Rams.
This penalty appears to be going against DePaul. Down on the field is Luke Miller, the center for the Braves. Sophomore center. So this building goes quiet. The near side has been quiet in this game. And obviously the Mount Zion side, in fact, the game before us, it was the Monticello part of the field here, the stands. Did not have much to cheer about.
Boy, they had a big turnout, didn't they, Monticello?
They did. Avery Bellis, the INT, 5'9", 160-pound senior, one of that group of seniors. Came into this game with 6 interceptions on the year as Luke Miller. Very softly at those feet. You could see on the previous replay that J.C. Anderson was giving chase to Bellis, and he was not at full speed. Here's a look again.
There's the INT. over-the-shoulder catch. Apparently the flag had already been thrown way back at the line of scrimmage. You play on till they tell you not to.
We've seen some excellent returns tonight. Interception by Hathcote earlier. Bellis with that one as Miller will have a seat.
You can almost see Bellis. He was all juiced up at the reception. You can almost see his body. Oh, man. He knows his INT got called back.
You know, and he had no idea that.
No, exactly.
Because it was 30 yards away from him. And mix up on the offensive line there. And, of course, you have a new center into the ball game. It's Miller, the starting center for the Braves.
5 yards.
That's a 5-yard penalty.
So they all walk back across the field to get the play. And it is a different play call, 1st and 15 than 1st and 10.
What was that halftime stat you had? The third down, the average was 3rd and 10?
3rd and 10.
Yeah, and that's
1 for 5.
And that's why you have when those situations develop, because you start 1st and 15. Good positive yardage on this carry. Becker. Here comes that pile. Who's the bigger side of the pile? We saw a penalty earlier aiding the runner, but that was a push in the back. This was just surging forward.
Yeah. And the new center should be, if we have this correct, should be Evan Ashmore, 6'6", 310, 75, right there in the middle of your screen. He's got the responsibility now of fighting off that nose tackle right in his grill.
Stocks on the run. You can tell there have only been a few passes tonight that have really had, I want to say, zip on it. And I really believe it's the hands. I mean, I don't care what you do. When you've got single-digit temperatures in terms of how it feels out here, that is not good for those fingertips.
Well, also, the ball is more slick as well. You know, instead of like the sweat and the sticker if you would have, the ball is slicker when it's this cold. And here's that 3rd down again. This time it's a little bit more manageable. 3rd and 6 probably. It says 3rd and 5, but I think that's favorable. 3-man rush right now for the Rams.
Looking to get it on the ground. And that will be enough for the 1st down. Caden Becker powers his way forward. Only the 5th 1st down for Mount Zion. It comes with 3:50 to play in the 3rd quarter.
If I have a big play, I want Caden Becker. I want him running right downhill at me. Watch both hands over the football. Got it tucked in, strong with the ball, 3-pointing it.
He'll get it again, wraps both arms around it, gets it close to midfield.
Keep giving the dog the bone, right? Right now, he got a little rhythm with his offensive line. Go ahead and pound him about 3 or 4 more times on this drive, if you can.
Braves get right to the line in a hurry. Stocks, I don't know if you saw him coming. He's driven down, ripped down by Gianni Junta. 3rd sack of the night for DePaul College Prep.
There has not been many opportunities to throw the football without any pressure tonight for Keller Stocks. He's flushed out early and cannot even avert that sack opportunity.
Stocks had a 6-touchdown performance in the first game of the playoffs against Carterville. 4 passing touchdowns and a couple on the ground. There he is. 8 right in the middle. To Trimble. Trimble looks to get to the outside. Got bounced a couple times, then got drilled.
Well, not only you get excited about getting the stop, but you know they have their go-to guy trying him to get the football. He was one of our keys, how many touches he would get. And once again, you have opportunities for not 1, not 2, but 3 blue shirts to pursue the football. And they know he's a targeted man when he's on the field, especially in key situations.
4th down and punting time in the final 2 minutes of the third quarter. Remember one of the punts, a high snap. Trimble couldn't get away from the rush. Led to a very short touchdown for DePaul. Again, Hathcote. Hathcote, a good return coming up. Hathcote to the outside. He's in midfield to the 45. And brought down. How about that for a punt return? We've seen Nicholas Hathcote. Outstanding interception returns and now a 36-yard punt return.
Yeah, Nicholas Parady's 24. He threw the key block on that punt return. That will show up on film. Hathcote did the rest, but he needed that block of Parady's. Watch 24 come into your screen as this cut's made right about there. There was a nice key block downfield right there. 24 on your screen is the one that really spun that. Great job, special teams. DePaul the winner in that category, phase 3 of football tonight.
Weird timeout call.
No timeout.
Is going to the
just kind of slow getting
the ball getting to the 40-yard line. The team's kind of huddling. Yeah, it enabled DePaul to really take almost half a time out there without it being charged one.
Yeah, the officiating crew, just like any other, are control the pace of this game. Get the ball down and keep things moving, get that rhythm and tempo of the football game going.
Juju Rodriguez back in. Retreats. Screens over the middle. The flag is down. Sprint to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown. We will see.
Maybe a half dozen times we've seen long, explosive plays, and you really can't get excited till you find out what the call is. They rushed about 7 guys, did Mount Zion. They're waving it off.
Well, make it a touchdown. A 40-yard touchdown pass.
The celebration continues. Yeah, what they did, Mount Zion rushed about 7. Watch all the white shirts coming in. Ball went out to the perimeter, and then cutting across. It was after they looked to the perimeter. Nice little crossing pattern right there. And Peavy does the rest to make a house call.
Lead has gone to 33-0 late in the third quarter. And that drive, if you will, took just 10 seconds. 40-yard touchdown pass. Short pass, great run.
Yeah, a little crossing pattern. Watch him hit it right in stride. Turn of the corner. And it was Katie Barlador. Peavy knows where the end zone's at. Been there, done that. Really well thrown ball, hitting that man right in stride, underneath any kind of coverage, then letting him turn the corner and square shoulders and use his speed to the end zone.
That's Braden Peavy's 12th touchdown catch of the season. The extra point was no good, so we sit at that 33-0 lead for DePaul College Prep.
Got one pumped-up head football coach right there.
He was pumped up before
yes,
the game.
Was. Mike Passarella. Yeah, he was pacing the sideline before the game. Got a little adrenaline flow going. It'll flow a little bit more when whatever trophy presentation he gets is made. And then there'll be some deflation after, you know, how these 4 weeks are about as intense as you can get. You're playing quite clearly. We play off football every single week. And the preparation, the hours, and the film, and the study, and the game plan. And you got to teach as well in high school. It's a grind. It's a grind. But you know what? Everyone was happy to practice on Thanksgiving morning.
That's for sure.
DePaul and both these teams had open practices as well for their communities, their alums. Trying to build a culture.
Speaking of alums, it was Gordon Tech alums that accompanied the DePaul College Prep players onto the field in their game against St. Lawrence. No opportunity for a return there, and here comes the flag down as a couple of folks got tied up near midfield.
Some emotions running high out there.
Yeah, we've had that a lot today. You know, in our first game, our 1A game, I don't want to say it got out of hand, but an awful lot of penalty flags for unsportsmanlike conduct or personal fouls. And again, we have had, this is the fourth game. It's been a very wide margin, and that leads to a lot of frustration. And at the same time, it makes the team that's ahead a little bolder. This will go against
It's his first. 15 yards.
Mount Zion, and it comes on a kickoff. That is our 18th penalty of this game, each team with 9 of them.
And that's been the modus operandi all day. And again, just an observation or comment. Officials, they can get both teams in the field. They can spot the ball, keep things moving. Almost, you know, you and I have a chance to do some baseball and talk about getting, you know, pitchers out there, getting both teams in the field. You want the pace, momentum, the rhythm of the game to keep moving.
And that ball's fumbled. And I think he came right on top of it. It's Becker. Caden Becker.
He is one strong, physical person. Both hands in the football like you. I don't know who put the hit. Nice hit. Putting his hat right on the football.
That might have been, is that number 1, Jet Reese?
Or Luke Flom, one of the two. Or maybe both. Hitting the football at the same time. Good 1-2 punch.
Stocks, nice job pulling down a high snap.
The 19th penalty of the football game coming up.
Each set of officials works one game, and I'm guessing these officials got to go home and do their laundry.
Personal foul. Blue, number 98. 15 yards.
In the last 20 seconds, we've had a unsportsmanlike conduct call and a personal foul call. Let's go, fellas. Let's keep our emotions in check, please, for the next quarter plus.
And you want to keep playing hard. If the play's over, you have to be done. But right now officials are looking for it, right? Let's call it as is.
Yardage out to the 43-yard line for the Braves, and that should be our final play of the third quarter. A couple of touchdowns scored in the third quarter for DePaul College Prep. They've taken a 20-0 halftime lead, and after 3, 33-0 Rams over the Braves in your Class 4A state championship game at Hancock Stadium at Illinois State University.
Premier Dental up Decatur, where happiness begins with a smile.
Hi.
Hello. What's the nicest thing a parent has said to you?
That you're special. I love you. I love you.
What about your teachers?
Like, I'm proud of you and I'm glad that you tried. That's a really good job. That was really impressive.
Make me smile.
You can do great things.
How did that make you feel?
Happy. Better about myself. Special.
I think that really helps my confidence.
It makes me just feel good.
Let's teach more love in our homes and classrooms. Visit parenting.org from Boys Town to explore our vast library of resources backed by over 100 years of experience.
Why is it important to tell somebody when they've done something good?
Because it makes you just want to keep going and be nice to other people.
For any age, any stage. Boys Town.
Welcome to Lehman Chevy City, where our customers always come first.
At Lehman Chevy City, we aim to simplify your shopping experience to help you find the perfect vehicle.
With a wide range of trucks, SUVs, cars, and electric vehicles, we have something here for everyone.
Plus, enjoy the same experience in our comprehensive service department.
Your satisfaction is always our priority.
Experience the difference at Lehman Chevy City.
Premier Dental Up Decatur, where happiness begins with a smile.
Back with you on the 4A state title game. This one all DePaul College Prep. And I'm joined now with a guy who knows a thing or two about state championships. Head basketball coach at DePaul College Prep, Tom Kleinschmidt. Tom, thanks for hanging out with us this evening.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about your team so far. It's basketball season. You won the 2A state title 2 years ago, the 3A state title last year. To repeat and have that success, how are things going this year so far?
Yeah, we're off to a good start with practice. We had a good Thanksgiving tournament. We beat two really good teams in Niles North and Lane, so we're confident how we played early. We've got a big one Sunday against Kenwood. Started the season, new team, just really concerned about this year's team and not looking in the past.
Absolutely. The success obviously speaks for itself, but you got to go one game at a time. How important is that mentality to the success of your program?
Yeah, I think that's part of our culture. We just don't get too far ahead of ourselves. Every game's different. Got to deal with ebbs and flows through the season. Just practice hard, go to the next game.
Let's talk about this football team, right? The success here, we're used to talking to you in March, but we're talking to you in late November.
Yeah.
They haven't won a state title since 1980 when it was Gordon Tech. You know a thing or two about that. What's it like to see those guys out there?
I'm so happy for the coaching staffs, the kids, the school, the community, just a cultivation of 11 years of hard work. A little tougher in football with so many guys to try to win one. They've done an unbelievable job. Just couldn't be more happy for the school, the coaches, and the kids on the field today.
And a couple of your guys are also playing on the football team, right? You kind of share the go-to ways. What's that like, and how does that work with basketball season?
Yeah, they have more important business to take care of right now. So whenever they're ready, we'll welcome them back, get them back into practices and the swing of things, and we'll be ready to roll.
You told me when we were talking earlier that you know some of these kids' dads, and you remember the day they were born.
For sure, yep. The nights they were born, we celebrate a little bit, and there's two of them on the field right now, the running back Martinez, obviously Luke Flom and Osterman. I've known their father since I was in high school, so it's really cool to see them compete and hopefully hang on here and win a state championship.
What has Mike Passarella done for the success of this program this season specifically?
Yeah, you really saw the work that he put in March, and I've seen it on the field. This didn't happen this month or this week. It's a cultivation of 5 or 6 months of hard work, and it's paying off. And they've done an unbelievable job, and it's just so fun to watch them compete tonight.
It hasn't been the boys football team and the boys basketball team that's only successful. A lot of the girls teams as well.
We've had a heck of a fall season at DePaul Prep. Our girls cross country team was runner-up in the state. Our girls volleyball team took 4th place. And now hopefully, like I said, we can hang on here for 10 minutes and bring home a state championship in football.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Thank you so much, Coach Kleinschmidt, for taking the time. We appreciate it. And obviously, congratulations will be in order as well.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
And good luck this season.
Thanks.
All right, guys, we'll send it back to you in the booth.
Thanks, Casey. Great interview with head coach Tom Kleinschmidt. And his football program here, looking at a 33-0 lead with 10.5 minutes to play. They'll get the ball back after a quick offensive series by Mount Zion.
Coach Kleinschmidt's father, Tom, passed away just a few months ago. Had to be a tough Thanksgiving for him. One of the best fathers in the state, if you will, and one of the best officials in the state of Illinois history. Worked numerous state tournaments and huge games.
Hathcote will get the handoff. Quick feed out to midfield just like that. Hathcote stays on his feet. He gets inside the 35-yard line.
Boy, he showed some brilliant moves running the football, showed some acceleration in the open field. He is 222 yards coming into this game, and the way he's running the football, you think he's a 1,000-yard rusher on the year.
He got 31 on that carry. Rodriguez still in the ball game at quarterback. The play clock sitting at 15. He Does not need to be any hurry, but he will take this snap. Give it to Hathcote again. Same play to the outside. Hathcote's going to turn it up the sideline at the 10, the 5, stumbles. Did he get there? Yes, he did. Touchdown run for Nick Hathcote. Today's fourth quarter touchdown is brought to you by Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. Imagine the possibilities.
He goes 31 yards on one carry, not to be outdone, but he was 34 yards on the next carry. He got to the second level. There was nobody home. Watch him sprint down the sideline, puts his left foot, gets his cleat in the ground. They try to strip the ball, but he's got tight hands on it, gets to the end zone, and the celebration continues for DePaul College Prep. What a great running night he has had, and their entire team running the football tonight has been the key to this would-be victory.
Now looking for the extra point that would put it at a 40-point margin. Emmett McHugh. Snap is back. The kick is up. The kick is good, and with that 40-point number, a 40-point difference, we will have a running clock for the third time in 4 games today. Big lead for DePaul here in the fourth.
All right, let's go. I'll strap for the kids, and you get something for the dog.
Sounds good. Let's do this.
Whether you're shopping for gifts or something for yourself,
Don't forget toys for the dog.
rush in for Black Friday deals at Menards that everyone will love. Because when they're gone, they're gone.
Save big money at Menards.
Imagine going from the classroom to the big stage.
This territory, this place, our home, isn't just for learning, but for understanding the very power of what imagination actually means.
A place where you can go from player to coach, from the ground to the sky.
So close your eyes. Envision the roar that is a spirit of thousands of Salukis. Capture this moment and go forward together.
With 9:49 to play in the fourth quarter, it's time now for our Menards Plays of the Game. Or maybe we should say Plays of the Day. Save big money on all your home improvement needs. Here's De'Air Hill Jr. 7 touchdowns today. A 57-point offensive performance. Then Kenny Jager for Chicago Christian. They get to the state championship trophy up high with a 47-0 win. Then Izzy Abrams. 3 touchdown passes today. Montini claims its 7th state title in school history. It came in Class 3A. Those were your Menards Plays of the Game.
Some explosive plays we have seen today, and the scoreboard shows just that. Look at that, 57 points on the board for the winner, 47 points on the board for the winner, 49 points on the board for the winner, and 40 points and maybe more for the winner of this game. And yes, I know you're not supposed to, but with the running clock now, Paul College Prep will be your 4A champion.
So the clock will only start on or stop on scoring plays, timeouts. And as we said, third time, 4 games today. I don't know that that has ever occurred that I can recall in the state finals in a single day. It's been the last 3 games, 2, 3, and 4A.
And the Hugs are starting on the Rams sideline.
We are 9 minutes and 49 seconds away from claiming that first state title since, as Casey mentioned, with Tom Kleinschmidt, 1980. Tom Wienecke is the head coach at Gordon Tech. Return to the outside, and again, whether it be special teams, defense, whatever, DePaul stretches every play out. On the return that time, number 39, Braden Maxey for Mount Zion.
Yeah, I'm the one singing the praises of the special teams play for DePaul tonight. Everybody's going to talk about, putting 40 points up. Everybody's going to talk about the would-be shutout if it happens. But special teams has been brilliant. Yes, they missed an extra point, but for the most part, field position has been superlative. Kick coverage has been superlative. Kick return, they've had a couple decent ones, or just one decent one, I should say, because they've only had one opportunity.
Braves will go to the air. Get it to Trimble. Braden Trimble's really not had any space at all tonight.
He'll get some space on this series, honestly, because they're going to play soft zone. They're going to let anything drop in front of them right now. Let the clock continue to run. Just not want to give up any kind of long ball right now. Playing soft on the corners, about 3 or 4 yards back. Twin safeties back about, 12 yards.
On the ground, we saw that running play. I was watching in the slot. J.C. Anderson standing at 6'7", 235, and the man tasked for watching him was Jordan Ochoa for DePaul, 5'7". So if 1 foot difference. First down, the pass flared out. Anderson makes that grab. And he will get near midfield, and a late flag out. Right there in the Mount Zion bench.
Just a couple of weeks ago today, Anderson was a guest at Penn State on their whiteout day. So that's the kind of Power 4 people that are recruiting him. And if somebody's not, and he gave them a phone call or an email, they would be. I guarantee you.
35 offers already for Anderson.
Defense number 25, 15 yards and then a run. First down.
Rivals has Anderson rated as a number 3 tight end prospect in the country.
A 15-yard penalty will move it up to the 37-yard line. Stocks pulls it down. Makes a nice cut at the 30. Keller Stocks' best run of the night. One of the longer plays of the night for the Braves.
I like Keller Stocks' game. There's no doubt he understands how to play. Just a junior, the experience he has underneath him. He's going to be a big leader of this team next year and college-type player.
Becker bursts through, rumbles forward, a first down inside the 10. Mount Zion to get on the scoreboard.
Playing a little bit of tempo right now. Wholesale substitutions by the Rams.
Stocks will pull it down once again. Should have forward progress to about the 4. Saw Monticello score late in the game with a running clock in our 3A championship game.
And they will not consider this a consolation prize. They'll consider this a bona fide drive, as well they should. Got to finish the drive, though.
Stocks able to hang on somehow and get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that high snap, he was able to corral it down, but the entire rhythm and timing of the blocking scheme was gone once that ball was bobbled in the air.
Third and goal for Mount Zion. Clock moving, coming up on 5 minutes to play.
If you're ever going to use a 6'7" frame of your tight end, this would be on a fade pattern. Back toward the pylon of the end zone. Cross one man in front of him, and he goes the other way.
We're looking the other side. That's up for grabs, and catch is made. Touchdown. Had to wait to see whether Trimble got his feet in bounds, and indeed he did, and Mount Zion is on the scoreboard.
Well thrown ball to the spot where Trimble in double coverage went up and high-pointed that football. What a great athletic play it was in regards to the catch, and a well-thrown ball laid it up for Trimble to use his athletic ability. Look at how he just threw that ball up, double coverage. He had that little bit of size and jumping ability opportunity. And he's able to get 1 foot down. That's all you need in high school, and score the football.
How about those hands? We're going for 2 as the shutout is averted.
Watch number 25 get this football. Nope.
Going to look to throw for it. Back to the end zone, and Trimble's pass is incomplete. Keller Stocks to number 11, Braden Trimble. Touchdown pass, and a 40-6 lead for DePaul.
Coughing and throat feeling sore? We've got medication to get you out the door. Earache, pink eye, bug bite, or rash? Our wonderful staff will treat you in a flash.
What about sprains, strains, and minor fractures too?
Don't worry. Our x-rays reveal what's hidden from view. Need care after 9, 10, or 11? Our virtual care's got you 24/7. OSF on-call urgent care. In person or virtual. We're always there.
We're going to need more fuel. A renewable way to get that fuel instead of relying on foreign countries for petroleum, we can just grow our own fuel. Our fields are literally full of energy.
The IHSA Football State Championships are brought to you in part by Country Financial. Worry less and feel more confident with insurance designed to meet your specific needs. Visit countryfinancial.com to experience more today.
Only a few weeks left in the academic career of Braden Trimble at Mount Zion High School. He will graduate early, and he will head to the University of Illinois. Brett Bielema was out at his round 2 playoff game, and Braden Trimble will be wearing the orange and blue.
I think he'll fit in quite well there. He had an opportunity with the University of Illinois. He's taken it early. Could have gone, again, a plethora of places. Power 4 player. He is as diverse athletically on the football field as you could be. They'll find a nice niche for him in Urbana-Champaign.
Mark mentioned earlier, Patrick Etherton, the head coach from Mount Zion, made the progression through college, coached several years at Millikan University, and now close to home once again in Mount Zion.
You know, he's got close ties with Chuck Martin, the head coach at Miami University. Stays in contact with him. Jim Zabrowski, University of Kansas OC, one of the best offensive minds in the country. So those are the kind of people he's been around and learned the game from.
Onside kick attempt. Now that is really close. That's Owen Sill with it.
Did the ball go 10 yards is what I believe they're talking
you know what's
about.
Interesting, because Sill went past the 50-yard line and kind of tried to screen any DePaul players from getting it. I think this will go to DePaul.
First touching by the kicking team before I win 10 yards. First down, blue.
There's the answer to our question. That clock runs continuously. Here's a look at that onside kick. It was close.
And there's the touch before the 50-yard line.
You can tell by the spot of the ball. It's a pretty well executed kick.
Yeah, but it was touched inadvertently at the 49. DePaul will have a chance to run this clock out literally, I mean, with this drive.
In a quarterback now, it's Will Hubbard. Check that. That is Blake Buchan.
Just a junior, 5'9", 175. Got a chance to direct things. Probably be handing the ball off a few times to Connor Bearfield, who's in the backfield right now. Jaden Alvarado in at the running back now as they continue to move people around.
He'll come to the near side. Being pushed out of bounds. The clock, however, will continue to run as it was Bearfield on the carry.
Coach Passarella doing a great job utilizing the clock, getting different people in the football game and letting the clock continue to tick at the same time.
Same play, opposite side. So everybody getting a little bit of a touch here late. It's Jack McCran. The seniors are getting the touches.
Some of these seniors that did not get as much playing time when the game was in doubt, getting that time now. They've been with the program, right? Through the building of this program. Or just a couple years ago, 6 years before Coach Passarella took over, only 45 players in the program. Now you got a state championship.
That's remarkable, isn't it?
How he built the interest and the passion and the weight room commitment, all of the above.
And DePaul will kick it away. It's time to let you know our player of the game, and it's brought to you by Country Financial. Visit countryfinancial.com to experience more. How about we go with Nick Martinez?
Well, he had 3 touchdowns on the night. None easier than that one. Followed some good blocking there. This young man ran for over 1,200 yards on the season. Maybe his best ball game tonight, as he was a fire plug in their offense. Just a punishing running game for DePaul College Prep tonight.
Caden Becker powers way up. No let up with 60 seconds to play. Now Zion would like to get maybe 2 more snaps out of here. The hugs on the sidelines as celebration will be enacted in about 45 seconds.
Tell you what, Mount Zion continues to play hard, though, don't they?
They do. Stocks get across to 30. Stocks wants to get right back at it. He'll get his play call from the near sideline.
Such a competitor he is.
Yeah, he is.
He's running back out. He wants one more shot.
That is fun to see. Well, Mike Passarella was fired up before the game. He's fired up right now. The head coach for DePaul College Prep. Hard running by Becker in his final carry. And with that, DePaul College Prep, your Class 4A state champs. First time under that name. The second title since 1980 when Gordon Tech won it all. A big stretch for DePaul College Prep. In the first half, it came late in the first quarter, early in the second, jumped out to a 20-0 lead, stuck another 20 on the board here in the second half, and they win this one 40-6. Your 4A state champions hailing from Chicago. Somebody's gonna get wad. Oh, that's a good one, fellas. That's first class. That's a state championship dunking right there.
The IHSA Football State Championships are brought to you in part by Menards. Save big money on all your home improvement needs. And by SIU Carbondale. Imagine the possibilities.
Attention high school students. If you're tired of hearing the same old college debt story, we've got an exciting alternative for you. Join the Mid-America Carpenters Union and let your career dreams take flight. You can earn great pay, enjoy no-cost health insurance, and secure a stable retirement, all with no college debt and an elite career that's here to stay. It's time to build your future your way. Ready to carve your path to success? Contact the Mid-America Carpenters Union today to learn how you can unleash your potential. Imagine going from the classroom to the big stage.
This territory, this place, our home, isn't just for learning, but for understanding the very power of what imagination actually means.
A place where you can go from player to coach, from the ground to the sky.
So close your eyes, envision the roar that is a spirit of thousands of Salukis. Capture this moment and go forward together.
All right, let's go. I'll strap for the kids, and you get something for the dog.
Sounds good. Let's do this.
Whether you're shopping for gifts or something for yourself,
Don't forget toys for the dog.
rush in for Black Friday deals at Menards that everyone will love. Because when they're gone, they're gone.
Save big money at Menards.
All right, I've got head coach Mike Passarella with me now, the 4A state championship coach. Coach, I saw how excited you were. You got the Gatorade bath. Maybe it's water. I don't know, but it's cold.
It is.
What emotions are you feeling right now?
I'm just overjoyed. These guys have worked so hard. I'm so proud of them. They earned it. They deserve it. I'm just happy for them to get to this point. So I couldn't be more excited the hard work they put in. It's been great.
You said you wanted to change the culture. You said you wanted to fix some things. What do you think you changed, and how did that show up on this field here today?
The kids bought into what we're teaching, what we're coaching them up. They learned how to fight through perseverance. They learned how to fight through adversity. And they came out and did what they needed to do, and it's been culminated with finishing on top of 4A this year. I'm proud of them.
Congratulations, Coach. I'm going to bring in Nick Martinez now.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Nick, congratulations. Thank you so much. How are you feeling right now?
Oh, this is amazing. Such a blessing. I love it.
3 touchdowns today, and you seem pretty calm, cool, and collected. Where does that come from?
Just hard work, long off season, working hard with my brothers. We prepared for this. We always say that as long as the practices are harder, the game will be easier.
I love that. 4A state champions for the first time since 1980. When you hear that, what do you think?
We really did manifest this. There was a special group of kids a couple years back when we were freshmen, the senior class now. It was always our dream to be state champs. We just worked at it. Everyone doubted us, but we kept our close circle and ended up working up.
A dream fulfilled. Congratulations. Go enjoy this one.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. We're going to send this over to the trophy ceremony, guys.
Notre Dame, Mike Castleman of Olympia, Dr. Scott Adrian of Dunlap, Augie Fontanetta of New Trier, Katie Caslett of Dunlap, Katie Haston of Rock Ridge, Tom Shergan of De La Salle, and Dwayne Bates of Glenbard East. Representing Mount Zion, Superintendent Travis Roundcout, Principal Justin Johnson, Athletic Director Rob Prang, Coach Patrick Etherton, and the captains. A special medallion is being presented to the administrators, and individual awards will be presented to Coach Etherton and his team captains. And now the second place trophy will be presented to the Braves of Mount Zion, who finished the season with a final record of 10 wins and 4 losses. Now the presentation of team and individual awards to the state champion DePaul Rams, represented by President Mary Dempsey, Principal Dr. Megan Stanton Anderson, Athletic Director Patrick Mahoney, Coach Mike Pastorella, and the captains of the champion Rams. A special medallion is being presented to the administrators, and individual awards will be presented to Coach Pastorella and his team captains. This year's state championship class 4A team trophy is presented to the Rams of DePaul, who finished the season with a final record of 11 wins and 3 losses.
There is your 2024 Class 4A state champs, the Rams from DePaul College Prep. And Mark, we've had 4 games today. The margin of victory was extreme, but for the winning team in each one of those 4, including this 4A game, it was total execution on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely. DePaul culminated that tonight. Execution on both sides of the ball. I tell you what, Dave, you get November weather in Illinois. Yeah, teams control the ball around the lot all year long, but it's the run game. And DePaul won the line of scrimmage, and they ran the football for 245 yards tonight. They ran the football into the end zone 4 times or 5 times, and that is why they won this football game, because their ability to run the ball, stop the run on the other side, control the line of scrimmage, and play mistake-free football.
Put that all together, DePaul, your state champs, 40-6 winners over Mount Zion. That wraps up our coverage from Hancock Stadium, but let's head to the studio with Marshall Harris and edgy Tim O'Halloran.
All right, Dave and Mark, as you said, 4 games, 4 not-so-close contests, but we've got 4 state champions crowned. Edgy, looking at this last game, it was more of the same. We saw a lot of big plays from one team and another team that just couldn't get things going.
Leave no doubt. That's what comes to mind when I think about the 4 games. These teams left no doubt who are the best teams in these classes. Played well, played hard, and again, you know what? I'm ready. Let's do 4 more tomorrow. I'll come back for those. We'll have better games. I trust.
I think we already signed up for that. So, yes, we went 1A through 4A today. We will go 5A through 8A tomorrow. Let's take a look at those matchups and see what we have in store. Beginning bright and early at 10 a.m., it's Joliet Catholic taking on Nazareth Academy at 10 a.m. And then approximately 1 o'clock, it's East St. Louis and Geneva. That should be a good one in the 6A championship. It's 7A at approximately 4 o'clock. Mount Carmel and Batavia. And in 8A, it's York and Loyola Academy, a couple of double-digit seeds getting together for a party.
Oh, it's going to be something else. I'm telling you, some great football. Can't wait.
Looking at what you saw this game, what was the most memorable thing you saw on day 1?
You know, a lot of the playmakers, a lot of the stars, some of them not so great, but others really rose to the occasion. And again, we talk about great players on that biggest stage of the year in the state. Thought quite a few of them delivered pretty well, and it's always fun to see those kids really rise to the occasion.
All right, Edgy, we'll do it again tomorrow morning. We thank you for joining us. 4 more champions crowned tomorrow.
Whether because of
Premier Dental Up Decatur, where happiness begins with a smile.